Hello, hello. 'Tis I. I'm here. Hello again. Welcome back. 'Tis Friday evening. Is 6:30 evening or night? Evening. Welcome. It's the evening time, I'm gonna say, yes. Even though outside my home it's like pitch black outside. Very dark. Evening, yes. Oh. Today we checking out Namco High again. Get through at least one of the little thingamajigs. I'm not too sure which one though. You're a mesh. Yes, yes. Maybe. Uh, oh. Trying to figure out. Do I want to start with Namco High? Yes, yeah, I should start Namco High. We'll just get this thingamajig here already. So here we go. Hopefully it's not too loud. Okay, I'm gonna have to change volume if it is. Let's I'm gonna hope. Nope, because I muted it before. Oh, it saved this time. Oh, that's cool. Last time it didn't save anything. That kind of sucked. Okay. Boom. Doom. Okay. I feel set now. Okay. Oh, it didn't save. It's just a new game. Oh, I guess that's not the words. I mean, just have to click. I guess I'll just click until I get there real quick. Cause name, fucking Zeus. I forgot what I'm supposed to call him. The Zeus smells poop lord. Zeus smell poop lord. Yes. Okay. There we go. The antithesis of fucking Lord English or something. Try again, smart butt. Oh. Okay. Do they have one for all the kids, or is it just that one? I'm curious now. Probably just that one, right? So if I type in like farm stink, it'll be wrong. It won't be the same. Oh, I can't type. Oh, you probably hear every clicking. I don't have certain things turned on right now, do I? Jade. Boom. Oh, I want the first one ever. Examine. Try again. Here we go. Farm stink. Oh no. But I don't know how I try farm stink, but yeah. I'll be called farm stink. I doubt they have one for all the kids. Yeah. Yeah, I'll be farm stink. Welcome to Namco High, farm stink. That's worth it. Okay, cool. Can I? Okay. Cool. You see at least what the one other thing is. Boom, I got into. I think I've seen these ones already. This is why Trezzy won't date you, because you stink. Not even a good stink, I guess. Dude, Jane. Also, yeah, I'm trying to remember which one I did. Okay, I already did this part. Okay. I'm trying to get to like a part where I'm not at. Okay. Done this. I can zoom in now, I guess. Boom. Wow, I can't skip through this one though. I'll do my man Dave Sprite. I like Dave. Sprite, 2 words, because I'm a rude individual towards this fella. He ruined the glue that was keeping the crew together. I gotta skip through this one too. I should have just clicked next. I don't know why I clicked this. Don't spill. don't speak ill of the D's. Of the dead. Oh. Wow, he talks a lot. Wow. Wait for detention to end. Yes, I want out of here. They're all bananas after all. No. Well, this is close enough to this, right? I swear this thing possibly get in. I mean, what? He died in the ship last time. Probably also died in Game Over. Ah. Here we go. You're a meshy.
Hey, Kuwabara, you're conscious. I'm not used to that.
That was a cheap shot last night. And you're you're a meshy. There's that boy again. Dave Sprite. He said he was a game guy, whatever that means. He seems kind of crazy, actually. Yes. I mean, he's missing a wing, stabbed, bloodied necklace, and it's obviously not his blood. But there's also something compelling about him. There's not. He's like an angel. I've got to find out more. Hey, Farmsting, check it out. I can put parentheses around my text and narrate my inner thoughts too. Also, no way I'm an angel because angels aren't sexy. Dave Sprite. You'd think naked people with wings equal instant hotness, but nah. They hella judge you if you want to get freaky, so it's like a psychological turnoff. He don't get it, obviously. Dave Sprites. You're just floating there, staring at me. Say something, you're freaking me out. Whoa, you actually can't hear me when I'm doing parentheses? This is just thoughts? Messed up. Hey, sorry about that. Do you want to hang out with me today? It's cool if not, you can click on whoever you want. I seriously don't care. Well, I'm looking for a club to join. What club are you in? Let's see. It doesn't really matter anyway, but I guess I'm in the webcomics club or something. Yeah, that sounds awesome. You take dorky comic books and you take the internet. Known hive of nerds app. And combine them. And it's so lame it crosses back over to ironic coolness. Which is pretty much ultimate coolness right there. There's literally no way to top that. Farm stink. Join Dave Sprite in the webcomic club? Yes. It's time for new Sweet Bro and Hella Jeff. But from Dave Sprite. Okay, cool. Let's go hang out in the club room or something. That sounds pretty cool. So yeah, let's get this romance started, I guess. Unless he did make a new one this past Halloween. Oh. I know you're just doing your whole weird, this is all a game stuff, but man, that's kind of rude to just come out and say, I just want to join a cool club. Yeah, you're right. Just because you're playing a game doesn't mean I should be all creepy or whatever. But here, let me give you a hint. When I say the phrase, so is that what you really think of me later? Say, I think I love you, Dave Sprite, to trigger the right thing so you can do the next event with me. I know it sounds weird, but I'm just doing you a favor. You want me to say that when you ask, so is that what you really think of me, huh? Well, I mean, whatever you want to do. It's just the best option straight up. Uh-huh. Okay. I'll remember. So like, let's say I'm playing along, but I buy this whole game thing. Are you experiencing this, but you're actually playing a game? Pressing buttons and stuff? Nah, I experience stuff the same way you do. Grass and trees around. All that good stuff. Pretty much the same way I experienced stuff in the other game I was part of. That's another thing I wanted to ask you about. If you were in another game before, when did you come here? Do you remember that? Did you come to this game on purpose? Look, Farm Stink, that stuff is basically pointless to worry about. It's kind of best not to examine this situation too closely. We'll get into a whole worlds with in-world psychological warp deal. I'm not too interested in going that direction with this. For someone who's supposed to have omniscient game knowledge, you sure like being... Oh, fuck. I'm tired. For someone who's supposed to have omniscient game knowledge, you sure seem like being obtuse when I actually ask you questions. Yeah, you're a meshy. Yeah, you're really peeling away the layers here. Falling in love with me yet? Haha, shut up. Okay. So what do we do in Webcomic Club anyway? Haha, I didn't really think that far ahead. I guess we could make some comics or something. Is that a dumb idea? I don't really know what to do here. I'm basically just waiting for this event to end so we can move on. Well, it doesn't sound dumb exactly. It's just that I've never really drawn much before. But if that's what Webcomics Club is all about, then sure. That's the spirit. Webcomics aren't really about drawing, well, anything. You should see some of the garbage out there. Put two characters in a panel and make it look like they might kiss, and people will trip over themselves to throw money at you. It's a pretty sweet gig. Let's see, what should I make a comic about? Some kind of video game thing, probably. Okay, here we go, done. That was fast. Okay, I'll wait for you to finish yours. Jeez, I have no idea what to do here. Wow, this is harder than I thought it would be. Well, this idea is kind of dumb, but it'll have to do. Okay, I'm done. Oh, H. Hello. Cool. Okay, check it. Oh, fuck, there it is. I warned you about stairs, bro. Huh. There's something familiar about that comic. Careful. Don't start getting meta now. That's my thing. Huh? No, I mean... Well, it's probably better to just show you. Boy, this is pretty weird. What? What's going on? If you're trying to mess with me, well, don't. You're freaking me out. Here, this is the comic I made. Whoa. I know, right? Isn't it weird we thought of the same thing? It would be pretty weird, except for the fact that we are obviously soulmates. Oh my god. What? Really? You think we're soulmates? Yeah, completely. The prophets were told of our meeting and said it was gonna be hella kawaii. That is... Relax, Farm Stinks. I'm just messing with you. I'm so tired. You're a meshy. We just both have scarily impeccable taste in webcomics is all. Oh, haha, yeah. I knew you were just kidding. I can't believe I'm actually a little disappointed. Haha, yeah, I bet you are. So, your webcomic is pretty, interesting. Is that something you do as a hobby or what? I don't really know. I guess it's something the original Dave liked to do. The guy I was copied from, I mean. I'm basically a second version of that guy. So it's hard to know what's actually unique about me. It's kind of a drag, but whatever. I guess sometimes I do bird stuff because I'm a part bird or something. It's hard to explain, I guess, but sometimes I get urges. Like some birdseed would seriously hit the spot right now. Maybe you could ask Blue Mask if he has any. Fucked up a little bit. Yeah, I thought about it, but like, I figured he's the bird guy, right? He probably has people asking where they can get some fresh hot birdseed all the time. Like every day. He's probably sick of it. Ugh. I try to be cool and not ask. Somehow I doubt that too many people are asking about birdseed here. I wish I had better stuff to tell you, Farm Stink. But I guess the reason I try to talk about game stuff all the time is cause it's kind of the only thing I have to talk about. I'm hardly even a real person. I was created to help the original Dave through his game. And now that I'm not in that game anymore, I don't know how useful my existence is anymore. That's pretty much all I think about. Yada yada. Okay, I can't. Actually, because the more I turn it over in my brain, the more it seems like there's really no answer to that question. I'm straight up totally pointless. Damn. I don't even know why you're hanging out with me, because it must be pretty boring to hear a guy just go on and on about a bunch of what seems like nonsense. Sorry. I don't even know what I'm saying, really. Well, even though I don't really know what you're talking about half the time, I'm having fun hanging out with you. I don't really care if you're the original or whatever. Yeah, but it's gotta be a downer to hear about, right? I mean, the only thing I really have to offer is a quick path to the best ending. You don't want to hear all my dumb angsty drama. It's like a... That's pretty good. It's like a... This came out... Wait, when did this come out again? 2013. 2013 would have been... Oh, wait. When in 2013... Oh, that didn't tell me in 2013. That was well into Act 6, right? Yeah, it was well into Act 6. Okay. Oh, this is like a... I don't know if it's talking about like him himself too, but also like the webcomic in general too, right? About how like... About Homestuck Act 6. Actually, I'm really glad I asked you about your drama. It's the only way I could get you to shut up about the game stuff. It even kind of makes me wonder if you keep pretending to be a game guy who knows everything, so you don't have to talk about your real issues. You're a meshy. Wow, really cutting to the heart of it, aren't you? Did you come to that conclusion in Armchair Psychology 101? I just like talking to you, Dave Sprite. You're kind of inscrutable, but pretty cool. So, is that what you really think of me? I love you, Dave Sprite. Man, it's pretty depressing to hear you just say it like that. Not meaning it, just... rotely going through the motions because I told you to. I feel like a huge jerk now, actually. No, it's more than that. What's this? Emotions coursing through my digital body. I'm just a game sprite. I was never meant to feel this emotion overloading my programming. Dave Sprite, are you okay? Just messing with you. That stuff's fake. Oh. Okay, I think that's enough. We may have just been passing the time in the event, but at least it was kind of fun. So thanks, I guess. Thank you, Dave Sprite. I had fun too. Although I wonder if you're just a game guide, can you actually like me, or do you just think I'm some kind of fictional video game thing. Look, don't worry about it. Thinking too much about the logistics of this will just mess you up. I'll see you next time. Unless you pick another character to chill with. Which is totally cool, BTW. Darn, I was actually hoping for a real answer on that one. I know you were, buddy. Dave Sprites, you're just staring at me blankly again. Sorry about that. See you later, farm stink. Done. Boom, doom, boom, doom, boom, doom, boom. Another. Okay, I've seen this text though. Okay. Boom. Dave Spritz. Hey again. There's no point to reading any of this. You already did the first event with me. So you'd probably just keep picking me over and over. Which is obviously the right decision. Huh? I still can't quite follow you. Awfully sure I'll pick you again though, huh? Is that ironic confidence or real confidence? You don't have to pick me again. You can pick someone else. I mean, that works pretty well. If you don't want to get to the true ending with me, that is. Maybe that's not your scene, whatever. I don't judge. True ending? I don't... What does that mean? Don't worry about it. Pick whoever you want. Pretty much everyone will be better than me. My whole thing is kind of ridiculous. I don't know, Dave Sprite. As weird as you are, there's something about you that's kind of cool too. Yeah, keep it in your pants, Farm Stink. I get it. We did one event together, so now we're OTP forever. That's cool, I guess. OTP? Ogling tiny presents? Overly terrific pigeon? Honorary tiger prancing? What? No. Jesus. I could troll you on this, but it's already sad enough, so what's the point? It would be a slam dunk, but like way too easy, so it doesn't count. It's just a phrase that means we're a couple now. Relax. A couple? I don't know what about... Oh, I get it now. OTP. Only two people. Yep, that's it. That's exactly what it means. Fuck. Pretty good. Wait for detention to end. Yes, I want it over now. This punishment can't end soon enough. Boom, 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 boom. Another perfect attendance. Splendid. Boom, I read that part, so I'm out of there. We're going back to Dave Sprite. Yo, Farm Stink, what's up? Hey, Dave Sprite, and not too much. Yeah, same. You want to hang out today? Yes. Cool. So you want to sneak out of detention? What? No. Ah, how come? Because I'm already in detention. If I got caught sneaking out, well, I don't want to get in worse trouble. Come on, King's not even here. It'll be easy. Shh, let's not talk about this so loud. Why do you even want to sneak out of detention anyway? That's what's supposed to happen. We're in event 2 now, Farm Stink. You're supposed to sneak out and get in trouble. Oh, more of your omniscient game guide stuff. This is so stupid. I'm not paying any attention. I don't have to do anything I don't want to do. And besides, what kind of guide would try to get me in trouble? It's not about whether I want you to get in trouble. But that's what's gonna happen in this part of the game no matter what. Oh, okay. This has officially moved from quirk to personality disorder. You're starting to make me angry. Can we please drop it? Suit yourself, kid. No matter what you do in this part of the game, you're gonna get in trouble and get double detention. That's just what has to happen in this part for the rest of the game to make sense. So sue me for trying to give you a fluid dating sim experience. Just shut up already. I don't want to hear it. I'm overflowing with rich strategy guide goodness, and you don't even have the decency to indulge a little. It's like when you don't milk a cow and she's gonna keep all that milk in there. And she's like, dude, come on. Gross. Yeah, that one got away from me, sorry. What if I just sat here in detention? What if I did my homework here quietly and didn't move from my seat the entire time? How could I possibly get in trouble that way? I don't know, Farmstink, but it might be kind of cool to find out. Because you absolutely will. Sorry, kid. Yeah, well, we'll just see about that. Yeah, we will. Okay, you're definitely seriously doing this right now. Oh, this right? You're definitely not moving from your chair from now until detention is over. No matter what possible situation arises. That's just that's what's happening, full stop. And no ifs, ands, or buts. God, he's so smug. I can't give him the satisfaction of knowing I'm unsure. Yes, definitely. Promise? Pinky swear. Yes, absolutely. Haha, cool. Is that the fire alarm? Come on, everyone. That's the fire alarm. Come on, everyone. That's the fire alarm. Let's go. Let's get outside. Is nobody gonna help the blind girl out? You guys suck. Everyone's getting up. Oh, everyone's getting up and leaving the classroom. I knew that was gonna happen, BTW. If you don't have anything helpful to say, just shut up. Wow. I've been nothing if not helpful this entire time. Ungrateful IMO. I guess I should get up and file out with everyone. The classroom is almost empty now. Oh, nice try. But you promised you would stay in that seat no matter what. Remember. How did he know what I was thinking? Yeah, but this is a different circumstance. I mean, it'd be pretty stupid of me just to sit here because of some dumb promise I made. Suit yourself. Here, take my hand. You don't get to the exit. You can get to the exit faster if I fly you there. I'll be trying to be helpful. He's so smug. Look at that smug face. Those smug sunglasses. They should call them smug glasses. Ha. Nailed it. Anyway, I don't need his help. I can make my own choices. Still haven't figured out that I can read it when you do parentheses talk, eh? You, go on ahead. Damn, Dave Sprite owned. Thanks for the 2 words. That's what he deserves. No, fuck. You go on ahead. I made a promise. And I can't get in trouble for just sitting here not bothering anyone, right? Cool. Okay. Later. Gosh, that's loud. Wait a minute. What am I, some kind of moron? Sitting here by myself during a fire drill just because I want to show up that dumb Dave Sprite? Have I lost my mind? Maybe his insanity is contagious. I better get up and go join the others. Farmstink. What on earth are you doing in here all by yourself? Hey! I was just, think the rules don't apply to you, eh? Can you imagine what might have happened to you if this had been a real fire? You don't want to know. But I was going to. But then Dave Sprite, always blaming others for your problems, eh? Farmstink. Sounds familiar. What? When have I ever done that before? I won't tolerate misbehavior, Farmstink. Double detention, level 3.5. Blazing Inferno. Sorry, Farms. You're a meshy, sorry farm stink. I kinda told you so, though. Dave Sprite. I'm in extra detention. Seems like all your riffraff decided to show. Admirable. But King insists it doesn't excuse any of your miscreant behavior yesterday. But giving you another chance to accept your punishment. See you at the bell. I wonder if anyone else got in trouble yesterday. Okay, Dave Sprit. Hey, Farm Stink. We haven't talked since you got in trouble. I'm sorry for being a smug jerk about it, even if I knew it was going to happen. No, it's my fault. I let you get to me and I acted stupidly. It was entirely my fault I got double detention. If I'd just gotten up with the rest of the class, I wouldn't have gotten in trouble. Huh? You really think that? But everything happened exactly like I said it would. What part of Omniscient Game Guide aren't you getting? Yeah, I don't really believe that stuff. I mean, I was in control of what I was doing. And besides, if you said nothing about me getting in trouble, I wouldn't have fought so hard to prove you wrong. So that just proves that I had a choice after all. If I didn't, you wouldn't have felt like you had to influence me, right? Yeah, I don't know if I can follow that. I think you're in denial pretty hard. Ha! I could say the same thing about you though, right? I mean, you're fighting so hard to prove that you're in control and you know everything that's gonna happen. You must be pretty scared. But I did know everything that was gonna happen. That's what tripping me up with your logic here, Farm Stink. No matter how you try to explain it, you did still end up in double detention like I said you would. And let's admit it, the circumstances were pretty contrived. So yeah, that point goes to Dave Sprite in my opinion. I don't know. It was pretty stupid of me to get in trouble that way. But I'd rather my own decisions, even the stupid ones. I rather make a choice that goes really bad than I think I have no choice at all. So yeah, that one was on me. End detention now. Yeah. I don't think any of us are ever getting out of here. Oh, I don't think any of us are ever getting out of here. I'm pleasantly surprised you're all still sitting here, but gang wants to remind you that you're not surprised you're delinquents. See you at the bell. Another day in the weirdest school and weirdest detention ever. I wonder how the others are doing. Okay, Dave Sprite, what's the play? Yo, Farm Stink. Hey, man. Look, I know this is all just a construct of a game and all. Sigh-ho. But I still feel pretty dumb about how I've been acting. I shouldn't be a jerk to you. So maybe as an apology, we can have a meal event on the roof. In true dating sim tradition. What do you say? I don't know. I don't know much about dating sim tradition as you, Dave Sprite. I prefer going on real dates than going on pretend computer dates like you clearly do all the time. Haha, cool, a fourth wall breaking meta burn. There's like 3 layers of ouch there. But eating with you on the roof with you sounds pretty nice. Yeah, man. Yeah, let's have a nice little meal. Okay, cool, let's go. What are we eating? It's pretty nice up here. I didn't know you were such a romantic. Of course I am. This is a dating sim. If I wasn't a romantic, it'd be kind of a ripoff, right? You know, your insane rambling really takes the fun out of teasing you. Whatever you know, you love it. So, did you want anything in particular to eat? Yeah, I should have brought like a bento box or something, right? Isn't that the usual thing for this kind of situation? Yes, Dave Sprite. Any type of meal would be the thing for this kind of situation. Har har. But yeah, I should have picked some up. That would have been so classic. I guess I blew it. Can you eat normal food anyway? Aren't you some kind of... Aren't you some kind of part bird ghost thing? I'm still not really clear on your whole deal. Yeah, I don't know actually. Never thought too much about it. I could really go for some birdseed now though. It sounds like it would really hit the spot. You're a meshy. I wonder if they make birdseed bento boxes. Actually, I already figured you might be into that kind of thing. Since you've told me you're part bird, or mixed with a bird, or something like that. I kind of took the liberty of bringing you some birdseed. If you don't like it, you don't have to eat it. But maybe you could at least try it and let's see. I hope that's not too presumptuous. Wow. Farm stink? This is... I'm sorry. Was this like totally condescending? I mean, I know you're a person and not just a bird thing. No, it's not that. Not that at all. This is like really, really thoughtful. I can't remember the last time someone did something like this for me, actually. Thank you. Oh, well, it was nothing really. I've just had a lot of fun hanging out with you. You know, in spite of it all. You know what? I'm not into this. Oh. Sorry. I was just teasing with the in spite of all of this thing. No, you didn't do anything wrong. I'm just starting to feel really guilty. Even if this is all just part of the game. You're like really cool. Really, really cool. You deserve way better than a freaky sprite thing like me. I'm not even a person. All I do is talk about a bunch of stuff that just seems like nonsense to you. I should have never led you down this romance path. Dave Sprites, for goodness sake. How many times do I have to tell you? I'm hanging out with you because I want to. Yeah, but I still led you on, kinda. I mean, I guided you into it with all my talk of getting the good ending and so on. I should have tried to guide you into failing with me instead. I'm the worst romance option in this whole game. You should have picked someone cool. Oh. You're kind of right, Dave Sprite. Dave Sprite, I know you hate yourself because you think you're just a copy of someone or so whatever. I don't really get what's going on with all that. Whoa, who said I hate myself? I mean, I totally do, but I didn't exactly say that. But sometimes you get so insecure that it's almost hurtful, you know? You're saying I don't have any real choices in my life? That even the choice to spend time with you isn't right? Well, that's what I chose for myself. I don't care if you don't understand why I would hang out with someone like you, but... Farm stink! But I have many reasons, okay? You just forget that I'm a game construct or whatever for just a moment. And be real with me. Can you trust me when I say that I really like you? And it's not just because of some romance path I'm supposed to be on. But what if I tell you that I really can't believe that? What would you say then? Would you hate me? Well, it's pretty frustrating, but I guess I'll just have to try harder to get you to believe me. Whoa, Farm Stink, are you holding my hand right now? This is a smooth move. Props, yo. Damn. But you knew what was going to happen, Dave Sprite. Anyway, maybe I haven't been fair to you. Huh? How's that? Well, I'm asking you to trust and believe in me. But I haven't trusted or believed in you for even 1 second. Yeah, but all my stuff sounds pretty crazy, right? I don't exactly blame you on that one. So, let's say, just for the sake of argument, that I believe you. I'm not saying I do necessarily, but if I did, what happens next in the game? Oh, that's an easy one. Pac-Man gets kidnapped. Huh? For real? Yeah, by evil Namco High. Those guys are tools. Wait, you sound like you're serious. I am totally serious. Pac-Man's gonna get kidnapped. It's gonna be a total catastrophe. But it's gonna probably be okay, don't worry. I mean, gotta pick the right options, but I'll help you out with that. Wait, if you're sure Pac-Man's gonna get kidnapped, I mean, that's terrible. Isn't there anything we can do? Sure, it's easy. Just come find me after it happens. And then you'll fight them with your game-breaking digital powers? Haha, no way, that sounds hard. But since you've already done well enough on my path, that's probably enough to trigger a decent ending with me. So Pac-Man will be rescued no matter what. Which means all you have to do is come find me and pick me for your final choice thing. And we can just go mess around and not do anything in the final battle, since it'll already be settled in the game by then. What we do won't actually matter. But if Pac-Man gets kidnapped, I'll want to fight and save him no matter what. To just blow it off would be so cruel. Not really, because he gets rescued anyway. Don't you get it? Doesn't matter. So we can just chill. Come on, it'll be fun. It matters to me. Even if this is all just a game. I believe my choices matter. I believe my feelings matter. I'm trying to meet you halfway here, Dave Sprite. I'm saying I believe you that Pac-Man will be kidnapped. Now you have to believe in me too. Believe me when I say, does Evil Namco High have a regular Dave or Beck Noir? Dave Robot, Dave Sprite. That fighting for the people we love will always make a difference. Well, yeah, I guess it does. Except when it makes absolutely no difference. Like in this scenario. Why am I even trying with you? You're so hung up on this ridiculous game thing. You can't let go of it, even for someone who's trying so hard to connect with you. I'm sorry, Farm Stink. Never seen a robot Dave Sprite, but damn. What I said just now was unnecessary. Because all this stuff is hard to reconcile sometimes. You know? I need some time to think. I'll see you later, Dave Sprite. Enjoy the birdseed. If you're programmed to enjoy it, or whatever. But evil Namco High has Vriska. Such a shame. No. If there was like a perfect version of Namco High, Vriska would be there. Dang. Waka 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 waka. Hey, Pac-Man. Maybe I should warn him about him getting kidnapped. But it won't make a difference anyway. Something on your mind, young orange thing. Yeah, I think I might have to totally blow it. With this really cool friend of mine. Which is pretty much par for the course for me. Considering what an idiot loser I am. Yeah, maybe you shouldn't be true to yourself. Hey man, brother. Want to get in on this birdseed? Fuck. Yes, I do. Never speak of this to anyone. Bow. Everyone seems on edge today. Feels like something's going to happen to... Roar! Students, I have dire news. Pac-Man has been kidnapped by evil Namco High. The revelation is like a jackhammer cracking my heart open like a geo of despair. The very thought of that someone could have kidnapped Pac-Man, my friend and our beloved... What does he do here anyway? It doesn't matter. We've all wondered about that. But you're getting off topic. We have to rescue him. If only we could access the high security confiscatorium where all of our special items are locked up. I have the combination right here, students. Because it's king. Roar. I skipped it on accident. Damn. Go for it, students. Save Pac-Man. His faith lies in your hands. Oh, okay, we gotta save Pac-Man. Dave Sprite. Hey, Dave Sprite. Hey, you're a meshy. Hey, I'm glad you came. I'm just gonna say this once. No, you listen. I don't think this is all meaningless. I know you think Pac-Man's fate is already decided for better or for worse. And since you were eerily right about what happened, I'm not really sure what I believe anymore. But I just came here to tell you, I'm not gonna sit out this battle, even if you're right about everything. Pac-Man matters to me. This school matters to me. You can join me in this fight if you want, but I know you probably won't. It's worth a shot. Okay, well, I've said my piece. I'm going now. Hey, I'm gonna come with you, if that's cool. That's about what I expected. I don't know why I got my hopes. Wait, what? You will? Yeah, I mean, I did some thinking and stuff. Oh yeah, Dave has U2s coming out. If you were interested, I'm not interested in U2s to be honest. I don't think. Wait, which ones are U2s? Yeah, I don't really like U2s. I don't think. I haven't really bought them. The only U2s I think I was interested in might have been League of Legends ones. Yeah. Something. I guess there was one I was really interested in a while, like a long time ago for something, but I'm not really like a fan. I don't know. Merch is merch and Jade merch is your kryptonite. Oh, I didn't know they did brick sets actually. Hey, brick sets are kind of cool. Huh. They did like a brick set for Homestuck. That'd be pretty cool actually. But it was they got Dave Schreider and that's who's coming out, huh? In 6 days. Damn. It's the lamest guy in Homestuck. Damn. Damn. Oh. They could have chose someone cool. No. Fuck, you don't got eyes. Well, I don't know. I do like some things, I guess. I do buy things similar to this. I have Ruby. I have some Ruby things, gang. What figures do I have? I have some Ruby figures. I remember what they are. I have like 6 Ruby figures. Nothing crazy. I have Ruby. Okay. Is this what they are? Ruby Series 3 action figures? Yeah, it must be these ones. I have these, and then I also have one like slightly more expensive, just one with Ruby. These are my favorite Ruby characters. I like this crew, except for that guy. Actually, you know what? I only like these two. These two are kind of lame. Yeah, Emerald, Mercury, kind of lame. Cinder's cool. Torchwick was the coolest. If you watch Ruby, or if you're ever gonna watch Ruby, this guy is defeated in the lamest way possible. It's like the worst way. It genuinely is the worst way possible. He just gets essentially off-screened, and Ruby gets saved by plot progression. Because they're like, wait a second. Ruby can't defeat Torchwick. Let's have something completely random happen and get rid of Torchwick for the entire series. It should have been one of my top 5 characters rather than the guy. Maybe in the 10th because I like Dave and Jade. Dave/Jade. You know what? I should watch Ruby. I should watch Ruby again. Ruby's fucking dope. Fuck, I love Torchwick. Okay. Oh. You're a Meshi, wrapped with Pac-Man a little before he got kidnapped. And I figure, even if this is just a game, it's where I live. It's where I do my stuff. And more importantly, it's where you are. You are pretty cool. Whoa. Really? Dave/Jade stocks will never get higher than they were on the ship. Damn. Yeah, farm stink. I mean that. I don't really know what the deal with you is. Whenever you're just part of the game, or whether you're just part of the game or what. But you listened to me about my dumb problems. And you made me feel kind of better about what a weird loser I am. And look. You even came to give me a second chance after I was so cold to you. Wow, I haven't heard you volunteer this much about your feelings. Basically ever. What? No way. I got tons of feelings. Anyway, I'm just trying to say, as weird as this whole thing is, I guess I care about you and stuff. And if this whole thing is important to you, that means it's important to no matter what. Because, like, what does importance even mean anyway? If it matters to someone I like, it just matters, and that's it. So true, Dave Sprite, so true. Even if I'm not sure any of this strictly real if this is strictly real in every sense of the term. Wow. That's so deep. Yeah, shut up. You get what I'm saying, though, right? Yeah, I do. Okay, so let's do this. Ka-ka. Etc. What? Don't worry about it. You wouldn't get the reference. Oh, maybe. You saved me. Thank you so much. We did it. We beat evil Namco High. I know I seemed pretty self-confident, but I was worried for a moment. Thank you, Dave Sprite. Huh? So this is the ending of the game, huh? I think we got the good one. That's cool. Dave Sprite? If it is really the end of the game, what's gonna happen to us after this? I was thinking about that too. I was hoping it didn't occur to you. Because I actually have no idea. And I didn't want you to be scared. Finding something you don't have an answer for. Somehow it doesn't feel as good as I thought it would. I wonder, are we just gonna disappear? Or maybe you will. and I will just restart. You'll be in a new game and won't remember, but I will, leaving me even more alone than before. That would seem pretty par for the course with how my life has gone so far. I'm not saying I believe you when you say it's all a video game. I mean, that's totally crazy. But if it is, and this really is the end, there's nothing we can do but wait and find out what happens next. Yeah, I guess so, Dave Sprite. I'm glad I picked you, and whatever happens, I'm glad you came with me. Yeah, me too. No. Whoa. Wow, why am I so tired? Oh my god. That was the Dave Sprite thing. Oh my gosh, now I gotta get through some HIVESWAP FRIENDSIM, everyone's favorite friend simulator. Friend sim? Friend finding simulator? Friend making sim? How many do we got left again? I got like 3 or 4 to go. 1, 2, 3. I got 3 to go. Okay. Okay. Because I think who we romancing? I mean, befriending today. We romanced Dave Sprite already, so now it's time to make some friends. Guess we got these two, and then I get these guys done next week, and then HIVESWAP Act 2 after that. I think that's the play. Yeah. And then hopefully, HIVESWAP Act 3, the release date gets announced. Because it's coming out. Was it said roughly when it was coming out, or was it just said this year it was coming out? Hmm. Because they said 2026, right? This demo's dropped, and that's all you remember. Boom. On to these two. Oh, I don't have my. Oh, I have phone notifications on. I should turn those off. Boom. You crash landed on Alternia 16 long episodes ago, and sometimes you feel like you've been here forever. You've had many adventures and met many Alternians, some/all/none of whom have become your friends. But now, for some reason, you have a hunch that you're near the end of your Alternian travels. For one thing, you seem to be coming to the edge of the populated region you've been walking through all the time you've been here. For another, an intense craving that has eliminated your throughout. I'm really tired. Oh my gosh, craving that animated you throughout your journey feels like it might be waning. It's not quite gone, but like a dinner who stuffed himself to bursting, but is still seeking that last sweet morsel that will make his meal complete. You're still on the prowl for the sweetest morsel of friendship. Damn, both these guys seem pretty good. Shit. I guess I assume that's a guy, but Father and Marvis. Okay. Oh, to this song. I like this one. The night has turned foggy, and you can't see far in any direction, but you seem to be surrounded on every side by bare ground, hummocked and pitted, almost like a weird abstract sculpture and covered with greenish moss. Based on the experiences you've had with Alternian flora, you imagine the moss is probably poisonous, acidic, explosive, or something of that nature. I remember the most about these two, so. Suddenly a shadow looms up out of the darkness, making you jump, but it's only a leading signpost. As you move closer, you can see that the sign says, "Welcome to Happy Abscess Pit Park." Before you can figure out what that might be, you hear a voice muttering to itself in the fog, and a sound like dirt being shoveled. Shovel, shovel, toil and trouble. Low bloods of the Shovel, shovel, toil and trouble. Low bloods of the worlds unite. You move cautiously towards the voice until the figure of the troll emerges from the fog. He seems to be digging in the hard, bare ground. There's a tide in the affair of trolls, which, taken at the flood, leads to the workers' paradise. You clear your throat and the troll turns swiftly. Who's there? Who's there, I say? You announce soothingly that you're just a poor, wayfaring stranger. Not a ghost or any nonsense like that. You confirm that you are not. Good, because I don't believe in them. I'm a dialectical materialist. Well, if you're not a ghost, who are you? You explain that you're a humble alien who recently, well, not so recently, crashed on Alternia, and who's been looking ever since for. You blushingly trail off into a mumble. The troll snorts and comes close to study you. His breath is not the freshest. An alien? Well, you're the color of cheese. But it could be makeup. You could be a high blood in disguise come to watch poor little Father Valens pursuing his humble profession of pit perturbing for some unknown reason of your own. Father rubs at exposed skin at your arms to see if the makeup will come off. It doesn't, but he's still suspicious. A real alien would know what outer space is like. Describe outer space to me. You describe attack ships on fire. You describe attack ships on fire off the shoulder of Orion. Orion, yeah, Orion. And watching sea beams glitter in the dark near the Tanhazer Gate. You've expressed the belief that all those moments will be lost in time like tears in rain. These authentic depictions seem to satisfy Father. He nods his head and seems to think. He doesn't appear to be a fast thinker. Finally, he seems to have an idea. Do the cheese entities where you come from have a strong consciousness of class struggle? You have no idea what he's talking about, but you are always good at just guessing the right answer on multiple choice tests. You assure him that the people where you come from have such a strong consciousness of class struggle that they use it to jack up their cars when they get flat tires. A big smile overspreads Father's face and he pumps his fist in the air. Pleased to meet you, comrade alien. All power to the weak workers. I managed that finding me performing the honest labor of the working class makes you feel right at home. You're sure it does. I suppose that you wish you could share in the simplest proletarian joys and sorrows of the alternative oppressed classes. You're not sure what proletarian means, but sharing joys and sorrows sound like a hopeful prelude to friendship. So you say you were just thinking that you would like to share the kind of joys of and sorrows. Easily done, comrade. Here, take the soil perturbation lance. You can enter into solidarity with the Alternate working class right now. No, don't thank me. Freedom, brotherhood, and equality is my motto. Conduct your perturbations right here, if you please. I'm back from playing Fallout 3, and the game is dog shit, and I love it. Whoa. Fallout 3 is good. Fallout 3 is a good game. He points to where he was shoveling, and you begin shoveling too. The moss that covers the ground is tough as leather, and the Alternian soil is rocky, hard, and unforgiving. No surprise there. And before long, you're sweating profusely, but no exertion is too great for the pursuit of friendship. Father watches you labor with brotherly satisfaction. Class solidarity is a wonderful thing, isn't it? From each according to his ability to each according to his need. You look like a walking cheese, but your muscular development is impressive. I'm not surprised that the first troll to use underscores feels like it's a pretty basic typing quirk. Maybe that's why. Well, actually, I don't know. Actually, I don't think it would be that basic. I feel like it's like a weird one to do compared to other ones. Like the first 12, I feel like were actually fairly popular with certain groups before then even. So, just to pass the time while you labor in solidarity, what do you think of our planets? What has been your impression of it on your visit from outer space? Let's hit a save button. Oh, I can't replace those ones. I can replace these ones though. Sorry, Polypa. You suppose it's no worse than a lot of places with some good points and some bad. It'd be hard for you to type. As a guest, it's only polite to say things. It might be hard for type checking since everything is technically one word. It's probably the easiest type check because you just use a program, right? To like, no, well, actually, I can just show you real quick what you do, right? Docs.new. I am typing something that kinda is a dumb thing to type. Run-on sentences are the norm here in this world. Yep. Hit that, and then we can just do like I forgot the shortcut in this one, but we can just do like extensions. Where's it at? It'd be like a replace. Oh, maybe this one doesn't have it. Wait. Huh? Oh, find and replace. I spelled replace wrong. Control H is a shortcut. There you go. Easy. All underscores. Insert that gif of the guy running while his house is burning down. But as a guest, it's only polite. I don't think this game has the ability to turn off quirks. At least it wasn't put in the game in its default text. Yeah, well, when you write all these things, when you write all the stuff, you wouldn't write it directly into the game. You would have it in a document first, and you'd throw it over. It wouldn't make sense to just type everything into this game. But I've seen quirks implemented like that. As a guest, it's only polite to say nice things about your host's home planet. Besides meeting Fazer has stoked your desire for a sweet friendship morsel, and a little praise and flattery often goes a long way to make people like you. So with the little breath you have to spare from your digging, you tell Fazer that you found Alternia most interesting. The fierce rush of life here induces a salutary wakefulness, and boredom is virtually unknown. Also, the social structure arises from their hemospectrum and multi-dimensional relationship matrix is very unusual, producing a fascinating array of possible interactions among people. You are looking forward to the day when you can tell your grandchildren about it, but Fazer doesn't look as pleased as you'd hoped. So, you find Alternia agrees with you? Oh yes, very much, you pant. You find it interesting and fascinating? Definitely. Do you, the spectacle of those who happen to have been born with certain blood colors exploiting and oppressing those who have not, is just a picturesque detail? Well, you wouldn't go so far to... You find nothing objectionable in a society where the strong kill the weak at will, based on nothing more than the color of a bodily fluid, where the upper classes are seen as a little more than inanimate objects whose only purpose is to serve them, where the whole corrupt society is structured solely on the solely to breed cannon fodder for a psychotic empress's mad plan to conquer the entire galaxy, more peoples to oppress. That certainly wasn't While the streets run with rust, orange, and gold blood, you stand unconcernedly and remark how interesting and fascinating Alternia is. While the fish people and their bluish lackeys strike the path from the mouths of low-blood wrigglers, you smile pleasantly and remark how unusual Alternia is. Certainly not. But you can't judge other cultures by one's own. Oh, you can't dodge your class responsibility that way, you cur. Your so-called intellectuals try to hide your fawning servility to the bosses by pretending to view society objectively without moral judgments, when all the time you're simply crypto-imperialist lapdogs. And you come here to the happy absence pit park, pretending solidarity with the oppressed. Pshaw! I see now that you're nothing but a cat's paw of the oppressor class. Nothing but a cheese-colored Judas. Is Carriot sent a spy? I actually don't know. Wait, I actually don't know that one. Wait. Is Carriot? Who is that? Oh, that's his last name. Oh. Or surname? Part of his name? Yeah. Okay. I didn't know that. I'm fake, I guess. Traitor, bootlicker, psychophant, murderer, monopolist, profiteer, slave trader, cannibal, parasite, technocrat, gangster, ectoplasm. No, you try to object, but Fazer seizes the shovel from you and turns away. Turncoat, narc, double-crosser, weasel, hijacker, vulture, vicious goth, Bethroalizer. You watch his back recede into the fog, your heart sinking with the wreck of your hopes and dreams of friendship. Game over. Fumbled. True fumble. It's by far the worst place you've ever seen or heard of. The feeling comes over you suddenly that nothing can be more important than truth. Truth is the foundation of all friendship. Truth sets you free. Honesty is the best policy. Damn. So you take a deep breath and say that you hope you won't give offense, but that, in your opinion, Alternia is the nastiest, ugliest, cruelest, most inhospitable, and most unfair place you've ever seen or heard in a long life of travel and study. Damn, you narc. Oh, damn. Even the planets are bloodthirsty. Even the soil is hard and mean. You made some such many such no friends here, but you've heard it so also possible to make friends with lions, bears, killer whales, and other wild and dangerous creatures. In fact, often here in Alternia, you felt that you've been locked in a cage with a bunch of such wild and dangerous creatures. As you talk, you're being You've been watching Father anxiously for signs of anger. You're surprised to see that. Instead, he seems to be loving it. And what about our political system? You've already put your foot in it. So you go ahead and put the other one in too. You express the opinion in that a violent, rigidly stratified, insectile social structure created solely to generate soldiers for a mad project to conquer the entire galaxy might raise eyebrows in some quarters. You admire natural selection and survival of the fittest as much as the next person, but this is overkill on a titanic scale. As you've been speaking, Fozer's smile has grown wider and wider, and he's shown other signs of approval, such as jumping up and down and rolling around. He pumps his fist in the air. Forward to perfect socialism! It's so good to talk to someone who hasn't been hypnotized from Wrigglerhood with counter-revolutionary pap. Someone who's seen conditions alternative for what they really are. Who sees the evil of the high bloods. Boom. I gotta sneeze. Huh. Interesting. Sorry, I'm just like, Wrigglerhood's wrong, right? It should be Wigglerhood, right? Am I wrong? Am I wrong? I swear it's like, because they're wigglers, right? Like when they're like young, the youngins, they're wigglers, not wrigglers. So why is he digging? Missing context here. I don't know. They're wrigglers, not wigglers. Okay. Are you sure? But like they're like different though, right? Like one they're used for different things. Are they fully interchangeable? I'm marking this down. I'm curious. I need to remember this. With counter-revolutionary pep, someone who sees conditions and alternative for what they really are, who sees the evil of the high bloods. Someone who will march in the vanguard of the workers of revolution to face unflinchingly on the onslaught of the aristocracy. Perhaps, nay, probably, to die in a hail of bullets, but never to turn their back on the people. Damn, Father. You're a cool fucker. Oh, let me embrace you, comrade alien. He does so. He's oily and smells like mossy soil and poor ooze, but this does not dampen your spirits. What better preamble for making a suggestion of friendship? Agreeing with people about politics never fails to bring friendship closer. But before you can bring it up, Father, having first kissed you on both cheeks, continues. Father is so cool. But we mustn't allow our celebration of the people's revolution to interfere with the honest labor that ennobles us. I am holding you back from your ticket to the workers' paradise. Please proceed with the soil perturbation. All power to the people. Death to the arbitrary or spectral discrimination. Forward, comrade. He waves his hand with a flourish, and you start digging again. You wonder if it would be just as revolutionary if you traded places so Faza could do the digging and you could do the speechifying, but you don't wish to disturb the perfect harmony now existing between the two of you. Instead, you use this little available breath to inquire what all this soil perturbation is in aid of. Why, a culprit, of course. Did you read the sign? This is the Happy Absence Pit Park, Father Velis proprietor. Alternia's revolutionary tradition is just to dig coal pits anywhere, without a second thought. But our revolutionary future demands that we have more respect for the dead, so I've created this wonderful innovation, the Pit Park. So there's a clown concert being held not far from here, so I anticipated a brisk demand shortly. Best to be ready for these things. Having a lot of dead clowns lying around rotting on the property is unpleasant, not to mention unsanitary. Get them underground pronto is our motto here at the Happy Absence Pit Park. Okay. You're wondering privately whether a little class solidarity couldn't be extended to the Purple Bloods, remembering your dear friend Krato Pirate. When Faza seems to give a jump. No, that is not ghosts. Grateful for an excuse to stop digging, you turn to look in the direction Faza is staring, leaning on your soil perturbation lance. You don't see anything in the fog. You ask, what is not a ghost? Nothing is. I'm a dialectical materialist, and if any ghosts come around on Happy Absence Pit Park, they should be aware that I won't believe in them. So they might as well go somewhere else. You confess that you don't see anything but foggy darkness and humped and pitted ground where you now guess piles of cold Eternian exoskeletons are buried in the coal pits. You don't see any ghosts because there's no such thing, but the past few nights, I thought I saw some beams of light shining out of the ground. Almost as if, metaphorically, of course, some of the exoskeletons in the coal pit had gotten a hold of some flashlights and were shining them up through the chinks in the soil. Look, there it is again. This time you see it, a column of light that flashes up through the fog and is gone, seeming to come from a crack in the ground, which it briefly illuminates in blinding white. Fascinated, you move towards the crack, which is now dark and invisible again. What are you doing? You look at Faza in surprise. He seems terrified. You ask tactfully whether he doesn't think you ought to see what that is. For example, it could be some infrastructure malfunction that could blow the Happy Absent Pit Park and all of its inhabitants, living and the dead, sky high. You're not even sure they have the infrastructure on Alternia. If they have infrastructure on Alternia, but one can't be too careful. Well, maybe you're right. We are fearless revolutionary cadres, after all. You can hear his teeth chattering. You move towards where you think the flash came from. Faza close behind you, peering over your shoulder. You can't help wondering where he'll be when the vanguard of his revolution is braving hails of bullets. You very much hope that his revolution, if it ever comes, won't happen while you're around. Boom, boom, boom. Just then a whole series of light flash silently up from the ground, making columns through the fog. Faza jumps and howls behind you. Non-existent! You tell him there's undoubtedly a logical explanation, though you have to admit that you had a weird feeling just now when the lights appeared, like a momentary dizziness or feeling of discontinuity. Oh. But you're more curious than ever now, murmuring comforting things to Faza, and you start digging right around where the lights you just saw came from. Then it's weird. Because you break through some kind of thin crust, as if the soil in that particular place is just a few inches thick over a brittle surface that your shovel goes right through like old pottery. You wonder whether you've inadvertently dug into an old coal pit, but would what would bright light be doing coming out of an old coal pit? And in some weird way, it doesn't feel like a coal pit. It feels like something metaphysical, like reality itself in particular, then right in that spot. And you've broken through the very fabric of it with your soul perturbation lamps. You dig around the edges of the hole, enlarging until it's about a foot wide. The darkness within makes the darkness of the alternative night seem bright by comparison. It's so dark that the soul falling into it, the part of your soul perturbation lance poking into it, seems to vanish completely, as if on the other side of this hole, reality itself gives out. You and Fozzer stare curiously down into this hole. Suddenly, a blinding but strangely blank light bursts up out of the hole into your faces, and at the same time, there's a deafening sound which seems to vibrate the very framework of reality like a gigantic needle. Like a gigantic needle scratching a gigantic record. Well, we'll probably need a doctor or something, huh? Girlich. You're standing in the foggy night holding a soil perturbation lance that has been handed to you by Father Velius. He points to where he'd just been digging, and you've been digging in the same place. The moss that covers the ground and tough as leather, and the alternative soil is rocky, hard, and unforgiving. No surprise there, and before long you start sweating profusely. But you feel strange, like you were just standing somewhere else, doing something else, seeing something else. The after image is blinding light, and a deafening sound seems to linger in your eyes and ears, but around you is nothing but dark bog and bare ground, humped and pitted. You must have had a dizzy spell. You shake it off and begin perturbing the soil. No exertion is too great for the pursuit of friendship. After all, Bowser watches you with satisfaction. I love his design. Motherfucker looks like a spore creature with that face. Fuck, I don't know about that one. A little rude to my boy Bowser, maybe. Honest work is a wonderful thing. All hail the old resume, eh? You look like a walking cheese, but your muscular development is impressive. What do you think of our planet? What has been your impression of your visit? Yes, it's by far the worst place you've ever seen or heard of. The feeling comes over you suddenly that nothing can be more important than truth. Truth is at the foundation of all friendship. Truth sets you free. Honesty is the best policy. So you take a deep breath and say that you hope you won't give offense, but in your opinion, Alternia is the nastiest, ugliest, cruelest, most inhospitable, and most unfair place you've ever seen or heard of in a long life of travel and study. Even the planets are bloodthirsty. Even the plants are bloodthirsty. Even the soil is hard and mean. You've made some such many thus no friends here, but you've heard it's also possible to make friends with lions, bears, killer whales, and other wild and dangerous creatures. In fact, sometimes you're an alternative and you felt that you've been locked into a cage with a bunch of such wild and dangerous creatures. No doubt you could have anticipated that blunt honesty, but this would give offense, and indeed it seems to have done so. As you finish your remark, Bowser's frowning darkly. So, you've come to Alternia as an uninvited guest only to criticize and judge our civilization, eh? No. You know, enough about our society, our billions of years of evolution, our painstaking rise from the mud-dwelling insectile ancestors, and political and sociological theories of our statesmen, philosophers, and scientists to make those judgments, do you? Well, no doubt you've done studies establishing what would happen if the hemospectrum groups were placed in different relationships to one another. If, for example, rust bloods were the highest group and fuchsia bloods were the lowest. Now he's uncool. Now he's the uncool father. Yes. Well, no, but I suppose your planet's so similar to Alternia that you have a firm basis on which to apply your preconceptions to us, right? He's been retconned to be uncool. No, not at all, and surely you aliens are similar enough biologically and psychologically to trolls. you know, how we feel about our own society. I thought not. I guess from the very first that you were, I guess from the very first that you were nothing but a dilettante, fox, socialist, pseudo-intellectual spouting your ivory tower theories without the least idea of what you were talking about. Well, smarty pants alien, I suggest that you take your cheese like a person, your theories home to your own planet. It won't be long here. It won't be here long before her most high imperial condescension conquers your arm of the galaxy, so that we Alternians can return the favor by standing in judgment over your society and politics. In the meantime, I bid you good sidurium. Yeah. And with that, Bozabella seizes soil perturbation lamps, as well as your hopes and dreams, and stalks off into the foggy night. Game over. I'm sorry, Father. I'm sorry, it had to be this way. It's by far you suppose it's no worse than a lot of planets, with some good and some bad. As a guest, it's only polite to say nice things about your host's home planets. Besides, meeting Father has stoked your desire for a sweet friendship morsel, and a little praise and flattery often goes a long way to make people like you. So with a little breath that you have to spare from your digging, you tell Father that you found Alternia most interesting. The fierce rush of life here induces a solitary wakefulness, and boredom is virtually unknown. Also, the social structure arising from the hemospectrum and multi-dimensional relationship matrix is very unusual, producing a fascinating array of possible interactions among people. You're looking forward to the day when you can tell your grandchildren about it. As you're speaking, a satisfied smile overspreads Father's face. I'm glad you recognize the nobility of our ancient society, with its orderly hierarchy and naturally evolved degrees of privilege reflecting naturally evolved degrees of ability. You're pleased that your words have met with approval, but you're still a little troubled. You have an odd deja vu sensation that this whole exchange could have gone quite differently, maybe even did go quite differently sometime in the past or in some parallel universe. You inquired timidly whether the total domination of the lower bloods by the higher on Alternia doesn't sometimes feel like oppression. Never. I myself am only a rust blood, so I lack the privileges of the higher bloods. But the most important thing for our society is that everyone should be in their appointed place and do the things they're suited for. If all the passengers in a rowboat keep their seat and row in the same direction, the boat will quickly reach its destination. But if the passengers all jump up and start running around and grabbing the other oars, the boat will capsize and all will be lost. You remarked diplomatically that Alternia isn't the rowboat rowing towards a destination. You're wrong! A planet is very much like a rowboat advancing through the black water of space. And as for our destination, all of us in Alternia aim at but a single goal every day to serve her most imperial condescension is conquering her glorious galaxy-wide empire. Long live the Empress! Well, you would suppose the sense of being part of something larger than yourself makes up for a lot. It does. And naturally evolved systems are almost always more robust than artificially designed ones. They are! And it's true that Alternia's social structure does bring some semblance and order to the collection of 12 disparate troll subtypes. It is! Buzzer beams at you fondly. There's nothing that warms the heart like someone who thinks you're right about everything. It's so wonderful to find someone, even someone who looks like a piece of cheese, who is so intelligent and understands society and politics so perfectly. Finally, a true friend. Oh. Victory. Is that really those really the only choices there? I guess so. So the next one, well, the game's scratched, man. We need a doctor, man. Guy who fixes scratches. Come on. Maybe this guy's too real to be a real character. Cause look, his horns look kind of weird. We need some kind of scratch doctor of sorts. This guy looks weird. Maybe he's not really a troll. Oh my god. No, he has to be though. Wonder if I'll see him again. You find yourself ambling down the road without any particular destination in mind. It seems you don't have to do much active searching to land yourself in varying combinations of adventure and or disaster. Where will the vicissitudes of fate next lead you? Blorbabble versus Scrungely. Who knows? You walk for a while like that. You've just about lost all hope of running into wacky contrivance, and when your palm husk lights up with a delightful and or foreboding sound of friendship, someone is calling you. You're less excited to see the person who happens to be calling you is Zebra. I'm not saying you it's not that you dislike Zebra precisely. It's just that you might struggle to rank him above literally any troll you've met, including the yellow guy who loves genocide. But you're not one to leave a friend hanging. You dutifully answer the call. Ah, my good friend, you picked up. Awfully quick, I might add. Yeah, you just love friendship. Yes, Zebra, why he's calling. Do I need a reason to call? Is the thrill of the dialectical riposte not cause enough to make social contract with one of my dearest adversaries / friend, or maybe more depending on whatever you feel comfortable with and interested in at any given point in time? You have no idea how to even respond to that. Ha ha, nah, I'm just fucking with you. I stand to incur material gain from your association. I need you to stay right where you are. Well, what are you going to do? Hang up? You stand right where you are and stand on the line. You ask what Zebra is up to, but he won't say. Tells you he needs to concentrate. Eventually, you notice a strange shape resolving in the distance down the road, drawing near slowly but steadily. After a while longer of waiting, you figure in the distant grows close enough for you to tell it's Zebra. Oh, that's you say. It looks like he's riding some kind of incredible cursed hover Segway. Yes, I'm coming, sweetie. You would say it makes maybe 15 minutes or so for him to make it the entire way over on his hover scoot. There you are. Impressed by my new ride? Oh yeah, you say. You're very impressed. I knew you would be. I brought it out because tonight is a very special night. Or it will be. If you'd be so kind to make me the happiest troll in Alternia. Is he like proposing to you? What? Never mind, you ask him what he's vague blogging about. What indeed? The real question of what are you doing this evening? Well, it's not like you've ever had any plans to do anything besides stupidly bumble into one ludicrous boondoggle after another. Seems like whatever he's alluding to, inviting you to, probably fits the bill for being included in your long itinerary of unspecified dumbass bullshit you were bound to get embroiled in anyway. Fantastic. Well, it just so happens that I managed to get my hands on 2 tickets to Clown Fest XX Rex. Or WREX? And I thought, who better to take along than my dearest alien associate of unspecified nature? You have no idea what Clownfest XXWRX is, but it's not off to a good start with the name. Oh, I should have known you wouldn't be familiar with it. It's a little sophisticated for an off-world reprobate such as yourself. It's a music festival centered around purple-blood performers. Now, normally I wouldn't trifle with high-blood entertainment, disgustingly oppressive as it is. But when you think about it, aren't clowns the most disprivileged class of them all? You don't ask him to explain what he means by that because everyone would be really angry reading it. I guess we cover up the last zebra interaction. Agree to toss your meaty moral body into the clown pit to get moshed to death or whatever. I knew you'd be there for me. Alright, let's go. Zebra invites you to hop on the back of his scooter so you can head to Clownfest. You say you're not sure this is the most effective avenue of locomotion. Zebra tells you it's all the rage and not to be a little bitch about it. I thought this was the Marvis's route, not Zebra. Sometimes you need more zebra in your life, I guess. So let me tell you a little about my plans for tonight. It feels like this scooter is going even slower than it was when he arrived now that it's struggling under the weight of 2 people. I want Zebra to be retconned into a cooler version. He don't deserve to be retconned. He don't deserve it. You see, my favorite rhyme juggler on the planet is going to be there tonight. His name is Marvix Zolato. You might have heard of him. He is pretty famous. You say you've never heard of him because you're an alien? Oh, right. Well, he's only the best in all of Alternia. He came up a few sweeps back when he won the first place on Slam or Get Gold. Oh, please tell me you at least know about Slam or Get Gold. You don't know about Slam or Get Gold. Well, it's a bi-sweeply reality program where aspiring slam poets compete to prove who has what it takes. Does bi-sweeply mean annually, or does bi-sweeply mean 2 sweeps? No, because a sweep is like 1 point. Does it happen twice a sweep or once a sweep? If it's once a sweep, that's kind of like very rare. It's really cutthroat stuff. I mean, I think there are at least 5 decapitations this season. The competition is about skill. No matter the blood color of who is competing, the troll who wins is the troll who has the nastiest flow and dopest bars. Everyone has an equal shot. I mean, sure, a high blood has won every season to date, but it's basic biology that clowns are better at rhyming than everyone else. The same as biologically, so either or. Even if high bloods were low bloods, that would still be true. That's equality. Yeah, it makes sense. And this is really progressive stuff he's saying. Where could he have possibly gotten so educated and so smart? Oh, you flatter me. Anyway, you know, I am deeply connected to the music industry. But because of my oppressive hemospectrum systems, I'm afraid I'm only truly afforded downward mobility. The clown sphere is a really insular, close-knit community. But with the right hustle, I'm going to break that glass ceiling. Marvis is the perfect role to bring me into the fold. You say this guy sounds pretty brutal. Are you sure you want to actually meet this clown? What? Marvis? I mean, sure. He does what he needs to survive in a rigidly ossified power system that could never be truly dismantled by the actions of a single individual. But that doesn't mean that he supports it. Contrary to what you might think, Marvis is a spectacularly subversive figure in the industry. If you listen to his music, really listen, you'll hear some borderline revolutionary stuff. I think he'd tear it all down if he could. I might have mentioned it, but being a clown is kind of woke. That's why I've always wanted to probe that think pan of his. Really get to the bottom of his radical praxis and help spread his message of social reform to the masses. And you're going to help me do it. After 4 hours of scooting, and one excruciating detail on broken account of the events of that past 3 seasons of Slammergate Cult, you've arrived at Compass. Man, I want to know what happened. That Calder get called, Slammer get called, LMFA. Oh, damn. Okay. Who do we got? Who do we got? Fago, grape Fago only. I wonder if he's gonna do like the Juggalo thing. I doubt it, but because like what Juggalos do to Fago, Juggalo Fago. Here we go. Oh, fuck, where is it at? Where's the one at? Will this have it? I don't. Oh, man, it's bright. Oh, there it is. Yeah, that's bright. So like shake it up and throw it. And it like goes kind of far. It kind of launches pretty well. And but it's fucking gross, right? So it's all sugar and shit. Clownfest feels more like a circus than your idea of a music festival. In the distance, it is a wide open field dotted with disorganized masses of people all gathered right before a nightmare stage you presume to be the site of the evening's main event. The entrance to the festival grounds open up into something of a parking lot filled with whimsical tents and people selling various snacks and refreshments. You see a clown juggling what looks like at least 7 hot dogs, absolutely ghoulish. You're glad Diamond isn't here to see this. Zebra brings you up to the gates, flashes your tickets, and gets you wristbands and admitted to the festival grounds. Seems like there's still some time before the performance is slated to start. There are some spectators already gathered in the field, but those of more privileged blood casts are lined up around the tents in the lot to buy food and merchandise. When you walk around the festival grounds, you ask Zebra what exactly he has planned. What could you possibly do to get him in good with the clowns? Zebra takes it as an invitation to whisper conspiratorially into your ear. His breath is hot and heavy against your hearing canal. Here's the plan, my sweet little rush drop. We get in, wait for the show to start, and then when Marvis comes on stage, really gets into his act, you're going to jump the barricade and rush the stage. Or at least you're going to try. Of course, I'm going to stop you. I'll tackle you before you make it to the stage, and I'll kill you right in front of Marvis and everybody. Oh, calm down. I'm trying to tear down the stereotypes that lowbloods are simple-minded dullards. And you aren't doing your people any favors by reinforcing the cause of prejudice. Obviously, I'm not going to really kill you. You'll simply pretend to play dead after I've heroically foiled your black designs on Marvis. My actions will firmly place me within Marvis's ashen quadrant, so you have no choice but to recognize me. And then The clowns will see what a hero I am and praise me and bring me backstage to reward me. It's really a flawless plan, my dear. If you just do what you're told, nothing will go wrong. Before you can proffer any critique of this caper, the jovial clamor of chattering and revelry surrounding you is pierced by a rising chorus of blood-curdling shrieks. You bow around to the assertion that the source of the dreadful sound, but it becomes quickly apparent that those were not screams of pain at all. You know what's up when Zebra joins in with the ear-splitting squeals. That's him! It's the man of the hour himself. An expensively dressed juggalo is making his way through the crowd, flanked by a robust team of hulking indigo bloods. Damn, look at him. Shit. He's hot. No. Every aspect of him telegrams unimaginable celebrity. The purposefully disheveled yet fashionable fit of his clothes, the swagger of his step, the 10-man camera crew trailing behind him. He walks with a measured poise despite the chaos rising around him. Dozens and dozens of young trolls are flinging themselves at his entourage without any apparent concern for their safety. The bodyguards are roundhouse kicking the eager teens into the ground, left and right like a bloody blender of adolescent aliens. It's a pure carnage. He really knows how to draw a crowd, doesn't he? A minute ago, it was tough to truly grasp the hype, but after seeing him in person, you don't know what it is, but this swaggy clown has an undeniably gravitas that commands the attention of everyone around him. It's impossible to look anywhere else. Even the Alternian moonlight seems to endeavor to glint off his golden accumens, twice as bright. But he's gone just as quickly as he arrived, up to the festival stage to set up his act. He leaves a bloody void in his wake. Zebra's bouncing off the balls of his feet following the encounter. He clearly can't wait to get up into the pits, and to be honest, neither can you. What is it about a good clown that's so utterly irresistible? Zebra takes you up to the field. To the field spread out before the stage. There are thousands and thousands of trolls already standing around, ready for the snow to start. From the looks of the crowds in the back breaking down their tents, there have been rust bloods camping out for days to secure their spots. But even those hard-won locations are much further to the back than where Zebra's leading you. There aren't many high bloods here by comparison, so Zebra is able to take you to walk right in the muscle past all the crewing and grab a spot in the barricade within 5 minutes to spare before the show starts. There's some roadies up on the stage now dashing around to finalize the equipment arrangements. Oh shoot. Did you remember to bring your concert diaper? Excuse you? Zebra turns to you with wide eyes. You're awfully close together now, boxed in by the swell of trolls pushing your bodies closer and closer to the stage. You know, your concert diaper. You don't actually know. You don't have a single clue about your concert diaper. You ask him if he's wearing his concert diaper. He pats the front of his pants, which you notice are looking a bit plumper than usual. Of course. You can't just come to one of these without your concert diaper. You know, part of me, like, I don't go to festivals or concerts or anything like this. But I could see this being like an actual genuine thing. I could see my friends doing this kind of. Because, like, you get the front. You don't want to lose the front. It's hard. It's hard to get up there. It's hard to get to the front in certain places. And it's hard to get your spot back if you give it up. Fuck, I mean, was it better, just in case, Yeah, there we go. Things in the pit can get pretty intense, bro. And you can't leave to use the load gaper after it starts. Man, you're really going to regret not bringing your concert diaper. is everyone around us? Oh. Before you can even attempt to formulate the response to that, the crowd breaks to a thunderous cheering. Your heart skips a beat as you look up, but of course the clown who's clambering to the center of the stage isn't him. Marvis is clearly too hot to blow on the first act. All the same, people are real fired up over this raggedy juggalo. He seems like a serviceable clown, you suppose. He's got enough gold chains and reasonably swagger. He gets bumping and drops a few bars. It's fine, you guess, but he's not your clown. You know the moment you laid eyes on Marvis that he was the only clown your heart would ever be able to see again. Zebra leans to your ear and has to yell to be heard over the sounds of the music and crowd. I've never much liked Rapster Slamsy's work, to be honest. Sure, the beats are produced well, but he has a very insipid sense of lyricism. Trizz's indefinable military might that. We get it. You want to harpoon the heiress. Who doesn't? Honestly, we don't need to hear about it all day. A solid 15 minutes of mildly provocative slams later, and old Slamsy is slinking off backstage. As soon as he's gone, a new jester takes the fore. If you wanted to get into the music, it proves difficult. Every new act they bring onto the stage is immediately followed by a hollering earful of Zebra's scathing critiques. You wonder why he's so fixated on getting the good with the gaggle of urban farcers if he thinks so little of their technical and artistic merits to begin with. As you stand lean sweatily against the barricade, you're starting to wonder if it's all worth it. Could the sight of a single rapping man really outweigh all the physical and psychic agony of waiting and standing and stewing in the heat of the pits? Will you have just endured nearly 3,000 words of hanging out with Zebra for something that will ultimately let you down? Ooh. But as the penultimate clown trundles off the stage, the state of the air changes. The light on the stage goes dark, the booming sound system goes quiet, and the tremulous harsh falls over the crowd. You feel your heart stop in the silence. You know down to your bones that this is the moment you've been waiting for. From sea dwellers to rust blood, nobody moves. The sound of his light footsteps against the darkened stage can only be audible to someone as close as you. The anticipation swallows you whole. When the floodlight snaps back on and illuminates the astounding figure center stage, you feel it, though yet the modest stature. The lanky juggalo has the presence of a man 1,000,000 feet tall. He radiates a power the likes of which you've never felt before. You feel him inside of you intimately, religiously, indelibly. Yes, this is it. This is your clown. Then he opens his mouth to utter what feels like the most important words you've ever heard in your life. Hey. All hell breaks loose. Everyone is screaming around you. You grip tight on the barricade as you stare up at him, glowing messianic? I don't know that word, I guess. Huh. Arms stretched to the drink of the zealous favor of the crowd, all incited by a single incredible powerful word. Hey. God, you'll never forget it. What up, guys? Lol. You jogs are ready to cock. You can't help it. You start screaming. You're so fucking ready. Lol. These buddies be baking beans. Shiz. Any of y'all forget your concert diapers because it rank out here? You feel racked by shame. How could you forget your concert diaper? You'll never be so foolish again. But it's fine. I'm gonna freshen things up, you hear me? Zebra holds your hand and squeezes it tight. You appreciate the gesture. God, he's so fucking beautiful. You understand. You feel deeply, utterly devastated to know how far out of your grasp he is. What would a man like that ever even look at you? There's no way someone so tremendous, so magnificent, so extravagant would waste his time offering his friendship to someone as insignificant as you. But as desolate as that feeling may be, you aren't ready to put him out of your life just yet. Maybe there are other ways you can be close to him. Listen to his music. Follow him wherever he goes. Dedicate your life to him and want to know everything about him that you can. Maybe in this way you can honor him, befriend him in your own heart, if not his. Is a love one-sided of any less beautiful? When the music at last starts to blast through the speakers, you assent. The pain in your legs and your back disappears. You feel nothing but screaming euphoria. You thank the forces of serpentinity for guiding you to this glorious epiphany of this beatific singularity. The show's nothing to scoff at either. You, a highly discerning individual known to frequently make posts online regarding the quality of rap and whether or not those who purport to possess such ability to do in fact have the requisite bars, are fully blown away by the act. It's some really good stuff. He's really going in hard and hot with those raps, not the intensity of the soul barometric of the quality of his hip hop. Damn. Pinkies up. They stay up. The fire that Marvis is dropping is broad, contemporary performance that would equally satisfy any aficionado of any relevant subgenre. And a single thing about him is even slightly racist. You're really starting to get into the zone when Zebra starts to scream in your ear again. You're already going deaf from the concert as it was. Oh, I think it's about time to get this show on the road, don't you? Go along with Zebra's cowardly and nefarious plans to scam your beloved clown. Sorry, Marvis. Enraptured, you may be with Marvis, magnificent as promise is a promise. You can't let Zebra down. You wait for the right moment to start the vault up and over the barricade as quickly as you can manage. You clear the barrier and drop down in the gutter between the stage and the crowd. You're not sure where to go from here. You glance back towards Zebra for your guidance, and the crowd doesn't notice what you're doing. All right, the onlookers are swarming with rage at your insolence. Zebra makes his move. He starts following you over the barricade, but things don't go as planned. Instead of heroically stopping you from making it to Marvis, Zebra is put on upon from all sides by grasping claws. I can't think of a year he won though. What was it? Oh yeah, Marvis recently did well in a few Tumblr sexy man polls. Oh. They don't recognize. Fuck them. Damn, they're down. They almost down with the clown, I guess. They don't recognize Zebra's trying to do. They think he's just another conspirator trying to join you in their attempt to at Marvis's life. You watch stunned in a horror. The two trolls closest to Zebra taking a hold of his arms, sting their claws, and rip them right off. And they don't stop there. You barely have time to process what's happening. Oh my god. Happening until another pair of trolls descend, helping to tear loose into Zebra's body. His screams don't even register over the booming of the sound system. Fountains of indigo blood spray hot into the humid air. The barricade and the ground all around you are drenched in your friend's gore. You're frozen where you stand in the aired gutter between heaven and hell. Oh my god. This isn't how it was supposed to go, is it? Oh my god, he's fucking dead. You feel the inevitable press of entropy closing in. The trolls in the audience see you, and they've already had the taste of blood. Your legs are as stiff as rods as the carnage-caked trolls who've made short work of your friend begin to vault over the barricade themselves. It seems pointless to run. You're stricken by a consuming sense of deja vu. You've made a mistake, and the universe is going to clean up your mess. The trolls drop down into the gutter with you and advance. You close your eyes and accept your fate. And then you feel yourself being wrenched up onto the stage. Yeah, what's up? You can't believe your eyes. Marvis, in all his majesty, has hoisted you up to safety on the grand stage. He's beaming at you with the most beautiful smile you've ever seen in your whole life. This development has certainly given the bloodthirsty crowd pause. Marvis turns to them with an unyielding grin and shakes his head. Y'all out there trying to kill my buddy. Sometimes I swear my fans are bigger clowns than I am. Lol. His adoring legion seems to find that very funny. You're starting to realize you really should have brought your concert diaper after all. Whew. Now seems like there's been a big misunderstanding. This just be one of my backup dancers. Hit it, cuz. Show what you got. He's helping you? You can't say you understand, but you're not about to look a sexy, gorgeous gift clown in the mouth. If Marvis wants you to dance for your life, you'll dance. You start to go into town, flossing, shooting whatever it is that kids are doing these days. A real contemporary breakdown. The crowd goes wild. Things are really starting to look up for you until the deafening crack sounds through the air and the stage equipment starts to collapse. It all happens quickly, and the bolts of all the stage and scaffolding burst in their settings. The lights catch fire, and one of the massive 100-foot screens behind the stage comes loose of its moorings. You'd have been easily panicked by the huge screen, if not for Marvis expertly clown-stepping you and himself out of the way. Half the crowd isn't so lucky, and the big screen shatters when it hits the stage, raining a 100-foot area of trolls with vicious glass. Jeez. Right when things were just getting started. But the sound equipment was all obliterated by the sudden collapse. Nobody can hear him but you. For a moment, your hero looks lost. Man, we better bounce, cuz. Marvis grabs you by your sweaty hand and runs. He takes you to the safety into the performer's green room, which seems to be intact after the collapse of the stage, though the power's out. The room is filled with the clowns who'd performed earlier. They all look like very confused and hurried. Yeah. Things gonna be a madhouse out there for a while, so better to just stay low for a little bit, I bet. So we go out there right now and gonna get mobbed. Usually everybody be dead at the end of my concerts. I wouldn't make it out there without having to pale with 1,000 cans otherwise. You're a little rattled, to say the least. Marvis takes a good look at you. Fuck, man. You shiz yourself? You start to cry. You didn't bring your concert diaper. Ah, man, I don't cry. Look, you're hardly the first buddy to ever shiz themselves at one of my concerts. I'm used to the smell. To be H, it's comforting. You sniffle and say, really? You wouldn't want to bring even the slightest inconvenience to his wonderful life. Yeah, I'll let it cook. Bring it in, bro him. You bring it in. The two of you share a nice, melodrous hug. It's hard for you to understand what's going on. Why did Marvis save you anyway? I saw you was hanging out with that blue blood who's always trying to get his snuff shoot up with me and Jug's shithole. And then you trying to make a real run for me. Gotta say, that's brave. Gotta ask a buddy where they got the bulging rod to try to pull a stunt like that. Respect. Fuck, damn. The wink smile tongue out. Oh well, it wasn't really much of a stunt. You were just going along with your friend's ludicrous plan to try to scam him into a friendship under false pretenses. But it was a really bad plan and your friend was killed on the spot immediately, and now you're pretty sure you're cosmically fated to die due to making a canonical decision. What you mean non-canon? I'll just be non-canon, fam. What can it even mean to be non-canonical when the context of an inherently extra canonical framework? Skate, brow. You're not sure, but you definitely have the sense that some of the decisions within the simulation carry greater values of truth and relevance than others, and that the linear progression of events is rigorously enforced by an obligated narrated floor that privileges those actions which most smoothly facilitate the design of the story's architect. Sure, you could hear that noise that way. But I say, you the architect of your own fate. Inspiring a sermon of Marvis may be spitting his wise pontifications are interrupted when a clown in the back of the grain room knocks over the water cooler. This gets the other clown who was talking to him really pissed, and they start duking it out. It starts a chain reaction that pulls all the other highbloods in the whirling blade picture of clown carnage. This isn't canon. Who knows? Who knows? Man, what the fuck is going on? It's like you said, you've made a mistake, and the essence of the timeline won't rest until it's put things right. You can feel it's happened before, and it'll happen again. Well, I'm getting the fuck out of here. Come on, troll Nostradamus. Oh, let's skate. Even as the inescapable of your demise consumes you, you can't bring yourself to deny him. You follow him out of the green room, fleeing before the clown fight. You can pull you in the grind, you in the bits. Out here, you're the one who has to help Marvis in the open air. It's an unending procession of teens' quick time events. Some of them are carrying buckets. Oh. Damn. Clown. Oh. Fuck. I didn't even think of the possibility of like carrying a bucket to your favorite like celebrity's like show or concert. Damn. You just need to keep punching them until you finally make it to his rich guy clown limo. Are you down with the clown or not? So it's a little too philosophical for me to answer. Oh, I've seen this bus before. Wow, slightly different. A limo? Oh, wait. Oh, you just need to keep punching him until you finally meet him in the rich guy's limo. Yeah. The driver's nowhere to be seen, so Marvis gets behind the wheel and you hightail it out of there. You stick your head out the window and look back. There's a nasty storm brewing in the distance. Nope, somewhere will be safe. You make sure to secure your seat belt. Oh, bye. After dodging at least 3 fallen trees and wayward deer lushes and lightning strike the blast of the hood of the vehicle right off. Marvis brings you to Clown Church. You can't say this place was high on your list of venues you wanted to visit again. This thing has a fucking budget. Whatever bullshit power that's coming after you will have no reach here. This be hard ground business. Whoa. Marvis leaves the limo on the lawn of the church, and you both hurry out just in time because it explodes not 2 seconds after you're out of the door. By instinct, Marvis shields you from the fiery blast with his body. My hero. That's all I got. Oh no, Marvis. No, you beautiful soul. You're destroyed by guilt. How could someone so tremendous bring themselves to such harm for someone so meaningless as you? You drag Marvis's burned, scorched body into Clown Church, and you collapse as soon as you're past the threshold. You start weeping. No. Since fam ain't dead, just a little toasty. You ain't gotta cry about it. God damn. Oh, okay. You help him up and bolt the door behind you. He was right. You do feel safe here. Nothing is collapsing. Nobody's being stricken with the hysterical urge to start a fight. And there's not even a single fire happening anywhere. The mirthful messiahs be protecting us, buddy. Stay frosty, alright? You help Marvis over to sit down in one of the pews. You settle in next to him and gaze at the imposing architecture. It's not all so bad. There's a beauty there. A beauty in being a clown too. You're starting to see. Maybe you're even starting to believe. You turn to look at Marvis and his face is ashen, like with sweat. Think that dip in the grill I had hurt a bit more than I thought. Your heart drops in your chest. You ask him he's going to be alright. As long as we stay in here, we ain't. But can you really stay inside Clown Church forever? You know down in your bones that even if you do, it doesn't matter. It's something about the air. You can't really describe it. Everything just starts to press down, 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 like you and everything around you is sinking implacably into the earth. But the ground is coming up to meet you too. You start to perspire. The pressure leaves you weak. You slump against Marvis's shoulder. You feel so insubstantial, like the entire concept of your existence is struggling to erase itself. You know this isn't something you can fight. What? You giving up just like that? You don't know what else you can do. This isn't how things were supposed to go. This isn't how things can be. You can't exist like this. That depends on what you mean to exist, fam. Depending on how you look at it, every branch in the timeline be fundamental to the metatextual structure of the essence of existence itself. Even an incident that falls outside the strict confines of canonical continuity contributes to a meta-consciousness that be built by and could even be said to be at its most essential level, defined primarily by the exact extra-textual exchange of interpretation by those who observe it. Each path, a translucent fragment of that via mirroring or distorting or magnifying certain aspects of the ultimate reality folds itself invisibly into the fabrics of that reality. Itself immeasurable and intangible, but the space once occupied indelible. The observation of irrelativity can still inform how reality is to be interpreted, even if that irreality doesn't satisfy even a cursory standard of legitimacy. And the act of contravening a community can itself provide definition to that very integrity that it defiles. Even if what's going down here can't be said to be true, that doesn't mean we are meaningless. Turn up. Turn up indeed. Oh yeah, Marvis's sign is prospect time. Oh. Okay. You don't know about that, but you tell Marvis you're glad he's here with you. Marvis smiles and puts his arm around your shoulders. In spite of it all, he makes you feel real. He's only time playing the whole game. You stare into the efficacy panes of the clown glass as they shift, salient in your vision. Things are coming apart at the seams. Subatomic concepts scream from the insides of your ears, and infinity of pure dimension blossoms between your tiniest threads, holding the essence of your being together. The terminality of paradox space reaches into you from the inside out and takes a hold of reality, its inescapable grasp. Continuity inverts and cascades into a oh my god, cascade? Into a cataclysmic fracture. What happens when it will happen, and what can must not, and no measure of hubris from man or god or clown can stymie the cosmic imposition of truth. You close your eyes for just a moment. When you open them again, there's nothing to see at all. Time paradox. Oh my god. Wow. Well, let's get out of that time paradox, huh? And let's find something else to do. That sounds like fucking awful. Let's get out of here, Zebra. I don't want to do that right now. Well, you can't say that the invitation isn't tempting. Going to a writhing gathering of violent gestures certainly sounds like a recipe for a stimulating time, but what if you didn't throw yourself blindly into the obvious peril for once in your incredibly painful life pass? Oh. Zebra sighs heavily. He looks completely destroyed despite yourself. You feel a pang of guilt in your chest. I see. I guess that's fine. I'll have to find someone else to facilitate my brush with greatness. What is this supposed to mean? You don't bother to ask when you don't give in to his obvious guilting either. Zebra seems to accept his fate. Whatever. I can't believe I came all the way here on my upper scooter just to be callously rejected like this. But I guess I'll see you around, hotcakes. Zebra powers back his little scooter, gearing up to go. But when he tries to lean back, the machine will start having in reverse. Something's wrong. The scooter won't move no matter how many times he slaps the control panel on the handlebars. He asks if it's broken. What? No, it can't be. It's brand new and it was just working 8 minutes ago. Maybe I'm in the wrong mode. Zebra hammers the buttons on the control panel for a bit with no luck. Damn, maybe it is the motors. So Zebra tries to lean, forward to lean, check it out, but there's no problem at all. In fact, as soon as he pushes the weight against the control stick, the scooter surges forward. It collides with your fairly human body, knocking you to the ground. If there's not, and there's too much momentum in the motion for Zebra to stop there. The jets underneath the scooter rake over and pummel your body, incinerating you and killing you instantly. Damn, dude, I got killed by a Segway. No way. Dude, that's like, it has to be like top 5 most embarrassing deaths. Sorry, Zebra. We can't go with the plan. Are you kidding? You say, there's no way you're going to vault over the barricade and try to make an attempt at Marvis's life, fake or not. For one thing, the plan is fucking stupid, and you'd immediately die. Second of all, Marvis is a beautiful artist with the soul of a true poet, and you're not going to help anyone attempt to exploit his celebrity for selfish purposes. You conclusively inform Zebra that you'll have to find someone else to help him hoodwink sweet Marvis. What? I'm so down with the clown. Oh wow. You just keep it out there, huh? What? That's it. I can't hear you over all the incredible, vicious, and beautiful people rapping. You tell Zebra that you're not doing it. You just want to listen to the rest of the concert and enjoy yourself. Zebra seems horribly taken back. What? But I thought we were friends. You reassure Zebra that you are friends, but your firm friendship doesn't necessarily require one to embark upon a ludicrous suicide pact in order to socially hornswoggle a romantically gifted Mary Andrew. Damn, just like that, down with the clown. You're hardly Thelma and Lucy, get real. Oh my god. You tell Zebra he needs to find someone else to help him cozy up the clown's inner circle. Zebra Harem's offended decides to go. He starts to push away through the crowd and down the length of the barrier. And with that, you're free to turn your gaze back to the mirthful eminence and embark the new piece you have found in his artwork. But Marvis only keeps distributing dope, and the crowd only gets rowdier. Before you know it, you find yourself being wretched into the writhing mass, jostled about them, subsumed by the transcendent power of the music. Your pitiful little body becomes nothing but a note in his wicked symphony, a raindrop washed away in his rapids. Some time ago, you might have accepted your fate and here allowed yourself to trample by the mob, but you have something to live for now. Even as you feel yourself begin to physically break, those sick beats tether you spiritually to the mortal world. His ruthless bars cut through the heat and the sweat and the heavy stench of the piss and meat, drawing you like a sailor to the siren song. Not even death could wrench you free from his grasp. In spite of the odds, you manage to muscle your way back to the fore. You exit the mosh pit, a shattered mess, bruised, battered, and broken, hanging on only to the most tenuous of threads. As you look around, you get a glimpse of your fate. You're surrounded on all sides by trolls who have collapsed and been trampled to death, faces frozen in rictus of ecstasy. Given how lighthearted you feel, you aren't long for this world either. But you carry on a bit further for him. Wow, he's really something else. That Marvis, you think, as your wasted body slumps against the barricade. It's all you can do is lift your weak head and stare at him, drinking up his boundless audio-visual wonder as your vision starts to blur and your consciousness begins to fade. You jerk back to your senses when you feel something splashing over your face. You cast wildly for the source of the water. To your disbelief, you see it was Marvis. He's standing at the edge of the stage, gyrating his hips to the choreography as he looks down at you in concern. Oh my god. Look at them. His hips. The gyrations. Well, Imagine the gyrations. It's like staring into the groin of an angel. He waits for a break in his verse to cover his mic and mouth to you. Yo, bunny, you ain't. You can't believe how gracious he is. To see a humble fan such as yourself in pain and stop to make sure you're okay. Is this real, or have you passed on to heaven after all? Your gaze tracks up from his well-proportioned crotch, the generous view offered by the plunging neckline of his shirt. You're all right now. You've never been more right in your life. LMFA. Oh. Wow. I'm melting, I guess. Oh my gosh. Marvis jumps off the stage into that impassable purgatory that separates it from the pit, the gods, from the mortals, and makes his way over to you. He stretches out his hands. Hey, babe. Want to dance? Oh. Your broken bones are no obstacle. Instinct propels you over the barricade and into his arms. He catches you like you've both been waiting your entire lives for this moment. You've never felt more warm or safe. He scoops you up with his incredible strength and carries you back onto the stage. Marv is talking to his mic again, so his words reverberate through the entire field. Look what we got here. Seems like a fucking global cut to the front of the line of my friends. Lol. The remainder of the crowd that still conscious boos viciously. What? What's happening? Oh, you're clearly bleeding red from being stomped in the face several times in the mosh pit, and in the murky light of the stage, it looks awfully burgundy. Someone's been naughty. Damn, he's good with it. Damn, shit. Now that's a pose right there. Shit. This is gonna get all of his teenage girlfriends so happy. Wow. Fuck. Awful. Yes, you've been so naughty. You say into the mic. No remorse. For damn sham. The crowd jeers. Well, we clearly got a criminal on our damn hands. What do you think I should do with him? Any opinions? I imagine that people who are attracted to men is loving this right now. Maybe. The response is disjointed, but still functionally unanimous amidst the clamor. One word keeps ringing out clearly. Kill, 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 kill. Wow. You want me to kill him? Shit, that's brutal. Well, I ain't one to let down my fans, you hear me? Justice be fucking done, my merry men. What better way to cap off the wicked night than with a little gutter blood shower? Ow, ow, ow. Oh, well, you hardly qualify to question Marvis's judgment. If what he wants to do is publicly execute you in front of the crowd of his adoring fans, you guess that's how it has to be. You surrender completely as Marvis directs the stage hands to help him erect some sort of makeshift crucifix. You don't struggle as he carries you over and ties you up, suspended above the crowd. All the spotlights shine on you, burning hot. The audience's rapturous screams deafen you. But all you can see is Marvis approaching you, ringed in otherworldly light. His back is to the crowd, so you are the only one who can see his face like this, intense, focused, merciless. A gaze meant only for you. You've never felt more special. He steps up before you, face to face. You stare into his eyes, enthralled. Such clear eyes, so potent and beautiful. Your only regret is that you can't gaze into them for longer. Marvis takes hold of his cane and, in a fluid motion, draws out its rapier-shaped hidden blade. Is that a rapier hidden blade? Or no, I guess it is. It's just those are the motion lines. The metal glints thousands of colors in the light and the stage, almost as awesome as he is. You hope he strikes true. Yours will be a magnificent death. But then he winks. A fleeting moment of understanding passes between you. Could it be that Marvis is the friend you've been searching for after all? Oh, it is a fool's flight of fancy to dream so. He draws in close, rearing up as to strike, and then he raises his blade. His jacket lifts up too, exposing his vulnerable clown pits. If you leaned in just now, maybe, just maybe, you could. Here we go. Sorry, Palipa. Maybe you could take a whiff? You can't help yourself. You lean right into that clown's swampy armpits and breathe in deep. The scent is like nothing you've ever smelled before. It's like the thick flavor ambrosia glazed over an ogre's musk. Wet teriyaki socks sprinkled with a seasoning of pure passion. Powerful and dominant and beyond intoxicating. You can't get enough. As you sniff and then you snuff, sucking as much of the hot, salty odor into your nostrils as possible. So delicious. The fresh bouquets of extortion brought about by hard, relentless work, freely flowing as the manifestation of his raw talent. You could spend the rest of your life nestled into this gesture's fragrant pit, which might be literally what happened. You hope he allows you to the indulgence. Were you so bold, you might even take a hearty lick. Oh, how could it possibly taste if you smell alone? If the smell alone is so wonderful, with that you could suckle even a single drop of that sweet gesture's hunky tang. You imagine some poor Let's Player having to read every delectable sentence of these odoriferous, I can't read, paragraphs aloud and get a little hot and bothered. But you aren't quite that brave. Damn. Marvis brings down the blade. It sinks deep into the wood beside your neck. This was no accident. A gesture so powerful surely would not miss. He's sparing your life. You're so humbled that your bladder evacuated on the spot. Your urine is as hot on your legs as Marvis's gaze is on your face. You really wish that you thought you'd bring your concert diaper. Marvis gives you a look, then glances pointedly to his cane sword. You take the hint and make an exaggerated reaction like you've just been stabbed for real. You grab your neck, spurting, flailing. The high blood's right at the front. You can tell you haven't really been stabbed. The high bloods right at the front can tell you haven't really been stabbed, and they're a little disappointed. But it's not as clear to the trolls further back. Somewhere around the mess of teal bloods, the illusion really hits home. They start going fucking bonkers back there. The apeshit wave travels back to the burgundies, and the ricochets back home to the high bloods. You crack one eye open as you play dead. This time it's nothing like the controlled moshing during the performance. This is pure anarchy, a whirlwind of death and brutality. Trolls are at each other's throats, literally ripping each other apart with fang and claw. All the blood spraying into the air makes the humidity really skyrocket. At some point when the racket becomes less than melodic, the clowns all come out for a final encore to drown out the sounds of the screaming. They started wrapping up a real storm. After about 45 seconds, a full 2/3 of the crowd are completely dead on the ground. The performance finally ends once every single troll in the crowd has collapsed either from death or exhaustion. Only once the audience has worn itself out do the clowns call it quits. They all start filing backstage, but for Marvis, who stopped to take you down from the cross, your beloved clown cradles you in his arms like the Pieta, gently petting your blood-spattered face.
You hang in there, fam.
You tell him yes while continuing to play dead. You don't want to foil his ruse.
Okay, gravy.
He picks you back up and carries you off to the stage. The clown have a little green room set up in the backstage venue where they're all mixing and relaxing after the show. Nobody seems concerned to see Marvis carrying in a 90% dead alien, but particularly rattled after witnessing thousands of trolls savagely cannibalize each other either.
Hey, you want a sandy?
A what?
A sandal.
You're sorry?
Grub bread.
You say, yeah, sure, you're pretty hungry. Marvis drops you off the couch and you lounge indulgently as you wait for him to walk to the catering table and pick something up. He's back quickly.
You think you can move your arms or nothing, buddy?
You say, not really. You're pretty sure all your bones are basically obliterated.
Ah, shiz. That's rough. Sorry, man. Guess that's my fault. Lol.
Oh my god, is he gonna feed me? Is he gonna feed me? Surely the double romance today was unexpected, except to me.
Okay, say ah.
Oh my god. You don't even question it. You obey him unthinkingly. Ah. You nearly choke when he kneels beside you and starts pressing broken off pieces of grub sandwich past your trembling lips. Tears well up at the corners of your eyes. How could someone like you be so lucky to touch and be held by the closest thing on this mortal plane to a god? You're sure there are thousands, millions of trolls out there who would die to get this experience. Anything like this, it's humbling. What did you do to deserve this? You're so weak from the cunts that even moving your jaw is hard, and your star-stricken sobbing doesn't help either. Whenever a sloppy bit of grub paste filling dribbles down your chin, Marvis is right there to catch it and shove it back into your eager maw. He makes unyielding eye contact with you as he allows you to suck the maggoty meal from his fingers. You tell him he's beautiful.
A lot of people say that.
This is from the same story with the fish Hitler and sweet Brunhilde Jeff. Homestuck truly has everything. Yes.
I don't know about all that, though. I'm just a humble rhyme juggler with a lot of cash monies and 10 guys filming what I'm doing right now.
When you finally finished eating your sandwich, Marvis kindly wipes all the mess off your face. He's so gracious you can't believe it. You're so glad that the camera crew is here to capture all of this experience so you can watch it and relive the experience of receiving his kindness again later. You guess you need to answer to the question, why did Marvis decide to save you? Marvis takes a moment to think.
Haha, well, I guess I saw the guy you was with. And I was like, shit. What a sorry motherfucker. You know that buddy be bad news, fam, lol.
What? Zebra? No way. Zebra's your friend. All of your friends are cool.
Dan, cause that's raw. You okay? You sick? You real friends with that inding dong? No, he blacklisted all the fucking way out in Clown Town.
What? Really? Why?
He's just a social climber mang. That big blue buddy be a mole fucking parasite.
And he's blacklisted by all clowns. He doesn't seem to know that. Not Zebra. Anything but cool.
Well, we ain't about to go and tell him his chatty ass. Gonna go and write a wickedly nasty review about my business. So we be looking out for ourselves. Us clowns real close knit, you know. Take care of each other and all that shiz. You feel me? You know, if you think about it, clowns really are the most disprivileged socioeconomic class.
You've thought about that, and it's making more and more sense recently. You'd love to engage in a nuanced discourse with him about the clown privilege or lack thereof.
Yeah, cuz Though we nominally occupy a position of structural power in the institutional hierarchy of the chemo spectrum, we'd be subjugated into dampening our powers like no other. Because the agents of the Empress and her abyssal hierarchy know that the unimpeded strength of me and my sick, nasty buddies would easily unseat those as the dominant caste. And if purple blood be objectively superior and violent in every metric of strength, power, and influence despite chromatically preceding them. And the only reason we don't rise up and rip fins off their slimy little faces is as eternities of religious persecution and culturally immutable precedent. What does that say about validity of the rest of the system? You consider your mind thoroughly blown. Wow, this guy's incredibly woke and not the least bit racist at all. You're really inspired by how good he is as both an artist and a man. Damn straight. Maybe all the spectrum needs is a little chaos to shake things up. Really makes you fucking think. You hear me? God, you do hear me. It makes so much sense. He makes so much sense. You make so much sense. Together. Marvis smiles at you as you hold his hands. You don't want to let go. You're afraid you'll never see him again if you do. You're not sure you can live like that. Maybe you can't always be by his side, but maybe sometimes, occasionally, all you want is to make a friend. Of fucking course, I'll be your buddy. Here, why don't you add me on Twitter? And next time I got a show, maybe I'll hook you up with some wicked tickets. VI fucking PB. Rust Emperor represents. Make sure to check out my link in bio for merch if you're interested. The promise fills you with so much hope and light and joy. You can't believe it. You did it. You've made the greatest, most ultimate friend of them all. Your shining light. Your reason for being. Marvist. The truest buddy you've ever had. We've done it. Oh my god. That's my man's right there. Sheesh, man. Where's my Marvis merch at? Where's his chitter? I need that link in his bio. Oh. That's pretty good. I like that guy. He's alright. He's alright. Solid, he's top. Well, you know what? Oh, I still gotta do this one. Fuck. Okay. He's like top, he's in top 5. He's in top 5 so far. Top 1. Shit. I don't know about that one, but maybe he's a contender, I guess. Top 5's contender enough. Who's he competing with? Competing with my man Zebra, of course. Zebra got to be there, right? He needs Zebra up there, you know. Like if you really think about it, we wouldn't even know Marvis without Zebra. So Zebra got to be kind of cool, you know. He's really deep in that music industry type, you know. Fuck. You got to get all the endings. You got to get to all the endings to get the secret ending. Don't you dare. I do. Which is totally a thing and not a lie. Shit. I'm just curious to see the problems with Rep. I love that stupid comic so much. I haven't read the comic. I gotta read that one. Who would be my tops, actually? He would be up there. Tagiri's probably there. I actually don't like these twins. I actually don't like these two very much. Actually, these are probably my bottom two. Fuck. I don't like Sarava. I like Gorgor. Where's Gorgor at? Well, Gorgor's an earlier one, isn't he? If there even is one. Sensei trying to turn Zebra into a cool Kai. Whoa. Don't. What do you mean trying? I shouldn't even joke about that. Fuck. She's good. Mercer Rava being one of the more popular characters. Really? I guess I would explain why they keep mentioning him in like every other fucking like chapter.
I don't know. I feel like so many other people are so much better. The people love Sarava. What did Sarava even do? Oh no. He just gets high and does like in lo-fi in streams. You just get high with him. He smokes you out. Fuck, I love this B guy. This B guy's actually really good. Fuck, this one was really good too. Tarana. Fuck. Fuck, they're all pretty good. Gorgor's probably one of my favorites. Like actually top 3. Yeah. I will say this guy's really fun. Oh whoa! I keep clicking stuff on accident. Like the menu is kind of off, weirdly, a weird amount. Oh no! Wait. Oh yeah. Oh, here we go. Be explicitly non-binary in 2018 will do that for a certain amount of popularity. Huh. Okay. I guess I can see that actually. I really love Cup Rum and Focal. They gave Goblin an injury. Are those the two I just said I didn't like? I think they are, right? Or they're both separate. I'm so bad at their names. Got these two? Stop. Why is the menu gotta be so bad? Menu's bad. Yeah, I don't know. I wasn't too big of a fan of those two. I think they're pretty fun characters, man. Huh. Maybe I'm wrong, but I'm never wrong, so I guess that's it. Who else is there? HiveSwap, website, troll call. Troll call doesn't work unless you go to here and here and here. Oh no, that didn't work there either. Maybe I gotta go there and go to troll call. Nope, that didn't work either. Extended Zodiac quiz. Nope, that didn't work either. Press. And then the extended Zodiac quiz. Nope, and troll call. Never wrong, Sensei. Thank you. Yes. That's my nickname. Yeah. Why don't they fix their website? It's like probably not that hard to fix their website. It's just an expired security certificate. I don't understand why they don't fix their website. It's because they're kind of like lazy, in all honesty, or they don't know, or maybe they don't know who owns the website actually, or they don't have login to it somehow. I don't know. Maybe they're working on like a new HiveSwap webpage, and that's why for like Act 3. That could be it actually. They're just working on the Act 3 website. And they're redoing the whole thing a little bit, like changing some stuff up. That could explain a little bit. I think we want. I would think what pumpkin owns it, like the rest of the Homestuck IP. Yeah. Like I swear troll call works sometimes, but sometimes it doesn't, and it's like weird. Like that's troll call page itself. It's like a weird path you gotta take or something. There's a different link. I don't know. Oh my god. Well, let me click the respect myself option. Look at that man. Look at Marvis there. Shit. Marvis brings down the blade. It sinks deep into the wood beside your neck. This was no accident. A gesture so powerful would surely not miss. Back 3 there, posting some things on Tumblr. He's sparing your life, but you can't see it yet, obviously. You're so humble that your bladder evacuates on the spot. Your urine is so hot on your legs, and Marvis' gaze upon your feet really. Did they really only add that option in? Everything else is the same? Everything else is the same, and they just like added that in there. Just for people to read that. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. It's the same ending. It's the same everything besides like the extra lines. Wow. 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 Who are the next 2 trolls I got? These 2 look kind of good. This one looks interesting. This one's gonna be a lot of fun. This one's gonna be like, probably like, not like funny fun, but like fun in a ironic kind of sense, maybe. No, I don't. Maybe censored, probably. Oh. Oh, then this one has 2 people. Is that like a? Okay. Okay. It's the girl I share a sign with, kinda. If I could open up Troll Call, I could see all of it. See what their signs are. Homestuck Troll Call. Okay, okay. You know what? Okay. Internet Archive. Wayback Machine. Here's the URL. Here we go. Here we go. Oh my gosh. Zabede. My God. Look, he's Sagittaria or something. What is this one? Prospect Mind. Okay. Sagamino. Mino. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Prospect. Yeah. Okay. Prospect. Let's see. Let's see. Libertarius. No. No. Not like this. Pointed by the honor roll, the hollow point. Oh, 1, 2. This does not give their classes, which I'm sure some people thought of. Sagittaire. Here we go. Oh. I'm only clicking the only the best signs, obviously. As you just MSPA. Roma. MSPA wiki, but that's illegal for you. Fuck. Imitation grub horn bracelet. Apathy levels vary. Joan Jets. Daria. 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 No, it doesn't look like that person. Doesn't look like the Darius friend. Thought they kind of did. Nihiki. Active in muscular theater. Muscle theater? Oh, wrestling. Okay. Lost a leg, but gained the upper hand. Subcultural gatekeeper. Oh, they're gonna be okay. This might be the best character actually. They're a gatekeeper. Here we go. Yeah, wrestling, WWE. Like very sharp fashion, sharp tongue, occasional poet, emotional vampire. Damn. These two will be interesting. Now let's see. Who's the absolute worst troll? I'm asking the real questions. It's not about who's the best, it's about who's the worst. Hmm. Damn, who is the worst? It's like either Charon, Elward, or Sarava, probably. Yeah, one of those three are probably the worst. Not Elward, actually. He's actually pretty aight. Maybe Falkland Crump? Kerprum, I mean? I'm curious. One thing I was semi curious on. One thing I'm excited to do when I'm finished with Homestuck. I might have to even start some of like the extra stuff, even like Beyond and whatnot. The Beyond canon or Homestuck Squared, I think Homestuck Squared or whatever it's called, Homestuck Cubed. I'm curious to look at my original Homestuck tier list I made without consuming any Homestuck material besides maybe reading the first page of Homestuck when I was like a youngster. And I'm curious to see how my old tier list stacks up with my current thoughts on Homestuck. Like Carcat, one thing I say is my past self was an idiot and I hate that guy, and my future self's an idiot and I hate that guy too. So like me and Carcat got a lot in common in that sense. And I'm really curious on what past me thought, just based purely on how their little portraits looked. And I have to wait quite a while still to figure that out. I'm not too sure if I'm gonna look at it right after I'm done with Homestuck or if I really am gonna wait, like past Homestuck. Maybe I'll have one of my friends like get rid of any characters who come into like later, like story wise in the next story, if there are any in that first tier list. That first tier list is actually on my YouTube page, ain't it? I believe it's my first community post for this channel. Let me see if I can pull it up. Is it my first one? Going way down. Yeah, it's my first one. Okay. Center screen it. I probably can't zoom in. Is that center? Yeah, it's center. That's center enough. I'm curious on the next section, right? Click the area, I'll see the rest. I don't want to see that tier list right now, but
This is still this holds up a little, not as good, you know, because Dave obviously isn't anywhere near as good as John or Rose, right? So doesn't make sense for him to be there. But yeah, curious. And that was 4 months ago. Wow, time's flying. I have kind of reading Homestuck a little faster than I thought I would because I have kind of had some multi hour, much more. I've had longer streams than I originally intended. Like I've said, my intention was originally to read about 2 to 2.5 hour streams. When that's been out the window for so long. It's been like 2.5, 2 to 5 hour streams reading Homestuck, depending on like what's going on, depending how like invested I am. It's like I can't put this down right now. But maybe I should have. Maybe I should have. Uh, I'm 2 minutes behind. But I want to see your last Homestuck tier list, and you're caught up with, the Beyond Canon tier list. And you're caught up with Beyond. I can't remember my last Homestuck tier list. But who knows? Oh, I am caught up. Okay, so I might ask certain things. Ugh. Watch out. And this kind of where? Wait, I guess I should zoom out. No reason to be zoomed in right now. Yeah. I don't know where I'd currently put everybody at either, and my last tier list probably would have been in a weird stream. I wouldn't be able to remember. I haven't done a full character tier list in a while. I've done like some stuff on the trolls a little bit, like the original 12 trolls, and then the 12 Dancestors too. I guess those are the last ones I did. And I don't think I've had the humans in for a bit. You know what? Let's do a. I guess I still have to do like a pre-act 6 tier list though, and that's the shame. I guess I used it to talk about trolls. Yeah, yeah. This is my current troll tier list. My okay. You know, let's put these guys where I think they go. Uh, yeah. I don't know if I agree with this at the moment. Actually, let's add a row below. Call it new. Put this guy here. Huh. I think now is a pretty good time to tier list everyone. Tier list everyone since everyone is dead. Everyone is dead. Damn. Nah, everyone's alive in like at least the early pick. Everyone's alive in a way. Um, in a dead way, actually. Yeah. Oh, Wait, actually no. Okay, so Rezi's alive. John's alive. Oh, this guy's alive. Everyone has not double died. I feel like it's triple die in reality. Damn, is it just these guys who didn't die? No, wait, no, is he dead? Probably killed himself after seeing Jade die. Can't blame him. Can't blame him at all. Damn.
Everyone really is dead. Deader than dead. Oh. Okay. It is about that time, everyone. I have to wrap up and mention a thingy majig. There is a chance I might not be able to stream on Sunday. Actually, Solix can die 4 times. And I won't care any of those 4 times, though. Who else? So so there's a chance I won't be able to stream on Sunday, but I think I should be able to. I have to work on Sunday early. Uh, I think John dies like once during Caliborn Enter. Ah, damn. And then if you think about it, John kind of died going like the fucking juju that looks like the white little home. If you in a weird way, if you think about it and don't think about it, not too hard, just think about like what I'm saying and don't think anything past it and like actually like try to put your own thoughts together because that's too much effort. This alt universe John. And alt universe John also got blown up too by Terezi. Terezi got not blown up, got murdered. Hmm. What would be? Yeah, I'm not too sure if I'll be able to go live on Sunday. I'm pretty confident I will be able to. I have to go into work and do something. Do something. There's like I guess an important like guest going to be doing something at my work, and I have to kind of make sure things go well. So, look out for probably a community post if I am able to. I should be able to, but just in case, yeah. And I don't think I have anything else to leave off on. Sunday, be continuing Homestuck if I'm able to. And then, yeah, that should be it. So, cutting this Friday stream. Is it a little shorter than normal? Nope, it's on the 3 hour mark. Pretty normal. Okay. Yeah. So, I'm like normal. Thanks for hanging around. Thanks for being here. And, yeah, that's it. Yeah, for realsies though. For realsies. Bye.